and 74 others missing.
The International Organization for Migration reported the incident occurred on Sunday.
Israeli families are demanding action following the release of images showing emaciated hostages held in Gaza. The visuals have intensified pressure on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to secure a ceasefire with Hamas.
Protests took place in Tel Aviv.
A mass casualty incident occurred at a hotel in Ocean City, Maryland, due to a carbon monoxide leak. 17 people were treated, with 4 hospitalized for elevated carbon monoxide levels in their blood. A shooting in Anaconda, Montana, left 4 people dead at a local bar. Authorities are searching for a military veteran suspected of carrying out the attack on Friday.
Law enforcement is combing a mountainous area for the suspect.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
I don't know. I feel like them blah-biddy-blah.
Damn good coffee and hot.
How about this one?
My dog is your mind's best friend.
And then this.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
No. Why would I do that? Why would I do that, Karen? Why would you do that, Karen? You know, I should spoil it for BD. I know it's going to be the highlight of his week. Why would you do that, Karen? Maybe not. He doesn't. He just doesn't care. That's his problem. He cares. Would be the highlight of this week. Good morning, folks. I don't know what my volume's like here. I can't. Oh yeah, it looks all right. I'm reading little green lines, little green men, little green lines. Good morning. It is what is it? It's Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. A kind of gloomy, overcast day here on Long Island, New York. A little bit of wetness, wetness. We have no guests. I'm never gonna have a guest. Nah, that's not true. Friday we have 2 guests. Tomorrow night I'll have Selvin Hicks. I don't know why GD hooked me up with this guy. Now I'm gonna have to spend my Wednesday night talking about religion or something. A guy who, I don't know, turned his life around from being a criminal. It seems like we've heard this story before. Am I going to have to? I don't have to. Of course I don't have to. But I think odds are going to be pretty high that I'm going to say something. Get the fuck off my program, you dick face asshole. Not really. I'm not. Are you going to leave? Or should I throw you out? But I'm more likely. You know what? I'm glad you got ass raped in fucking prison. You're a fucking dick. Not looking forward to that. Should I be looking forward to that? Anyway, I mean, we got nothing. We're going to talk about AI music here today. That's why. Because there's a possibility I could show you what I couldn't show you last week. It's not really all that. Dude, this show is not what I would find something better to do with your morning, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know, maybe shuffleboard, pickleball. I'm just thinking you're old because, who else would be listening to this dopey program? That's the question. Who's listening? We know we have Wheelchair Willie listening, but, that's only temporary. He's got to go count money. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm saying here. What am I saying here? I'm saying the Secretary of the Treasury, when asked about inflation, said, "Yeah, I'm worried about it. That's why I stopped tipping." You cheap fuck. This is not the issue. Stop tipping. Prices are going up. So let's hurt the people who fucking working for tips. These fucking people are let them eat cake. That's what they are. They're Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake bastards. They're just beyond greedy, beyond no empathy for anybody, no understanding, no self-awareness. Just all about me, 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 me. I don't know. It seems like, and I know you don't come here for your political analysis, but it seems like this whole Texas gerrymandering thing is spreading. It's metastasizing. And I wasn't even aware of this. That at some point they had like a gentleman's, and I say gentleman loosely, gentleman's like agreement that there would be only one gerrymandering, redrawing of districts per decade. And it appears that Texas has already had one. I don't know. I was not aware of that. But it seems like, this is going to turn into an all-out fight. And who knows where it's going to go. But I can guarantee you this. The Democrats will lose because they lose. They suck. And don't think I'm, like, really happy about that, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not a Democrat, and I don't love the Democrats. But the Trump party, and I'm not even going to call them Republicans anymore. The Trump party. It's just despicable. There's like Daffy Duck would call them despicable after he got his bill blown off in a kind of smoking a firecracker episode or a shotgun thing or whatever. Seems like a 200-year-old condom has been found with erotic art on it and it debuted at a Dutch museum. Now, it looks to me, a 200-year-old condom, it looks to me like it's been used. Just imagine the guy, I mean, how proud this dude must be. I'm going to show it to you. If I can show it to you, why not show it to you if I can show it to you? If I can show it to you, why not show it to you if I can show it to you? Right? Oh, no, I did stop screen. I want to share screen here. Share screen. I want to show you a 200-year-old condom. But, this guy's got to be pretty proud that his condom, even though he's not around to enjoy, that his used condom is in a museum. I can't tell what that erotic art really is because it's too small for my eyes. But how do they fucking draw that on there is one thing. Now here it is in the museum. And somebody's going to come by and try to stick their dick in that. You know that somebody's going to come by and try to stick their dick in that, right? And I don't know why we have two views of it. I guess so you can see the art better. But anyway, so that's your 200-year-old condom. And that's where we're at today because we have no guests. So I'm going to play a commercial as I always do. And then we'll bring in somebody else who doesn't care. I don't care. You don't care. Jimmy Crackcorn, he don't care. What's the point anymore? Why do we continue? Because there's coffee. I have to say, when I'm dead, the one thing I will miss is coffee. One thing I'll miss about life, the best thing about life probably, is coffee. So while I play this spot, I'm going to be drinking coffee. You should get some coffee and then get high, Daily.
With humble East Coast beginnings in 2015, Daily High Club is the premier destination for glass water pipes, vaporizers, and consumption accessories. If you're looking to elevate your smoking game to the next level, you're in the right place. With over 1 million top-quality smoking products sold, and with a growing base of over 10,000 monthly subscribers worldwide, we deliver the ultimate smoking experience. But Daily High Club is not just a retailer, we're lovers of the smoking scene ourselves, working with giants like Tommy Chong, Snoop Dogg, Chanel West Coast, and more. Ready to join the Daily High Club? Let our experts curate your collection with our awesome El Primo monthly subscription box, or grab one of our fun and unique pieces from our smoke shop. Click the link in the description below this video to get this party started now.
Now, get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the room with me now is somebody who's going to be caring when he hears, "Why would you do that, Karen? Why did you do that?" My good friend of at least 2 years and 1 day, G.D. Fenderson. Good morning, G.D.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Please, please, stop sending me friend requests trying to sell me shit. If you got something worth selling, come on the show and sell it. Don't be sending me invitations and trying to sell me shit. I don't need your shit. If I want your shit, I know how to find shit. I can Google shit and then find shit and then buy shit. But I don't want your shit.
Did something happen?
Enjoy this. MindDogTV.com/merch. Enjoy the suffering and support your local mercenaries.
Did you wake up on the selling shit side of the bed?
Man, I am just so fucking tired of. I send out these things, the booking things, and then people, and that's what it is. It's there's a direct correlation. And I'm almost positive it's a causation that when I send out these things inviting people to be on the show, then that's when I get like a rash of people, "Hey friend," and then they try to sell me shit.
Anybody try?
It's always the same shit. They're trying to sell me viewers and their services and stuff like that.
Why?
Right.
Listen, I'm happy with no views. How about that? Could you ever consider I'm doing this I'm trying to hide from I'm in the witness protection program here. I don't want people finding me. Maybe that's not true, but consider that to be true, and then leave me alone. Plus, I have no money for your dopey bots.
Man, I don't know if you knew this. As a matter of fact, now I'm beginning to think that you're Nostradamus or Napodamus. Because in the beginning, Vambo rule. Sorry.
I like that.
In the beginning, you have this disembodied voice saying, "Something sunshine," and now we have a regular sunshine in the chat room.
Yeah.
And so like Sunshine has her own welcome, her own special welcome.
Yeah, well, that's right, Sunshine. That's what it says.
Yeah.
That's right, Sunshine. So Sunshine's never wrong. How about that?
That's right. And according to Sunshine, the price of coffee went up, which I didn't know because I'm not a coffee drinker.
The price of coffee is way
I wonder the price of eggs went up 50 cents a dozen.
Everything's going up, and they keep denying this. Listen, it's going to be really. I mean, we're on a fucking road, a highway, express lane to hell. But they're going to replace the labor board statistics people and all the other statistics people, and we're going to come out that the consumer price index says there is no inflation when we know there's inflation. Houses are way down when we know new housing going through the roof. Coffee is going through the roof. Eggs are going through. Everything is going through the roof, and it's going to say, price is way down.
See, now I'm beginning to. I'm not going to say I'm regretting having a electric car. Well, it's not. It's a hybrid electric, but a plug-in hybrid. But before my hybrids, for the past 20 years or whatever it is, I've had hybrids. They were gas, and then the engine charged up the battery, and it would switch, battery assist. But I was buying gas on a regular basis, so if gas went up or down slightly, I didn't notice it. I just went to the pump and I was like, oh, maybe a penny, maybe a nickel. It was just, but now I could go 3 weeks without putting gas in my car because I plug it in. And then I go to finally put gas in my car and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck happened? Gas went up and because my wife fills up like every few days because she has the traditional hybrid. To her, she doesn't see it like that. She doesn't. She just pumps and pays, and she doesn't look at the prices of gas until she's a passenger and I'm driving, and she goes like, "Fuck." That's when she notices it.
Well, where is it $1.98? Is there any place in America where it's really $1.98 a gallon?
Well, I found the place, but it's you know about ethanol?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, it's like 15% ethanol. This is down the street from me. It's 50% water and 50% gas. So it's $1.98 a gallon.
But you have to have a car that can like not all cars can use ethanol, right? Or am I wrong about that?
It's half water and half gas. So it's $1.98 a gallon, and then they also sell dry gas inside, so you can get all the water out of the gas.
Yeah.
So the gas is $1.98, but dry gas is $5 a gallon.
Dry gas.
Which
I got some dry gas. Never mind. It's dry gas is better than wet gas when you're talking about farting. But you mentioned hybrid, and I got some premium hybrid yesterday at Puspatak, so it's kind of. But
is it still 2 for 1, or is that only on Saturday?
It's only on Saturday now, and like I couldn't wait till Saturday. You think I can wait till I'm at home now? It's Monday. But so they sell gas down there, and gas was always at Puspatak, almost $1 cheaper than regular gas outside of Puspatak.
And is it because they're a reservation and they don't pay federal taxes or something?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
But it's $2.84 a gallon there. Now that's the cheapest on Puspatak. So if it's $2.84 on Puspatak, I mean, because regular over here it's like $3.20 something. So I mean, there's $1.98 isn't even in the fucking long rear view mirror. Like, where is $1.98? Oh, it's back in 1978. What you're talking about? That's where it is. Not that I give a fuck about gas prices. You're gonna pay it no matter what. It could be $150 a gallon. You still fucking find a way to pay it because I got to get where I'm going.
Oh, Matt, I put this sign up kind of for you. It says,
sign.
It says "Pee like a champion" today.
No.
And
like
this is an actual sign. I took the picture of this sign in a restaurant. This was in a restaurant.
Well.
And I said, I gotta take this picture. Pee like a champion today.
Well, for me, if it was gonna be a true about me, I would say pee like a prisoner. Because I do this.
Hands on the wall.
Hands on the wall. I kind of try to take a nap because I know it's going to be a while. It's just so slow. I'm tempted to, last week or something, I looked up Flomax, and then all of a sudden I started getting all this.
Flomax, isn't it?
By the way,
that's the new name for HBO, isn't it? Flomax.
Yeah. Yeah. So, by the way, we do have a new sponsor, 1-800-PROSTATE, PROSTAT. Leave off the last E for erection because you're never going to get one again. That's right. What would they get at 1-800-PROSTATE? Oh, Joe Theismann's prostate. What did he have? Super prostate. I don't know. Super beta prostate. That was his. It was supposed to help you.
That almost sounds like a Disney song. Supercalifragilistic. No, super prostate.
Beta prostate supposed to keep your prostate from inflaming. Now, just because you can't pee doesn't mean necessarily you have prostate cancer. It could just be an inflamed prostate.
Beta prostate keeps your prostate from swelling.
Yeah. So that's something you ladies don't have to worry about. So good for you. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Guess I reached out to Andy Andrus, and usually he's pretty quick at getting back to me, but he didn't get back to me today. So we have no guests again. And this is the thing. Somebody said I posted a thing from when Jackie was on 2 weeks ago, and somebody on the comments said, "Is that the person who used to be Jackie Martling?" It's still Jackie Martling. I mean, what's different? Just that he's old. He looks like Joe Biden, but he still sounds like Jack. You still got the same jokes. Nothing has changed with the jokes. The same fucking jokes. I'm sorry, Jackie. I love
you. Last night I was on the UBTVs, and there was a 1 hour thing about Jackie, and I meant to send you the link, but it was one of those things like, why is Jackie laughing or something like that, and it was like 1 hour long, so I was not about to watch it because I listen to Jackie laugh. I don't give a shit why he's laughing for an hour. Because it had a picture of him and Robin Gibbons. Not Robin. Is it Robin Gibbons?
Quivers.
Who's the Robin who?
Quivers.
Robin Quivers. Right. Robin Gibbons was someone else.
I think
Robin
that was
Quivers.
Robin Gibbons, I think, was Mike Tyson's
punching bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his former punching bag. So Robin Quivers. And they weren't together. It was like a picture of her in one square and a picture of him in the other square.
Yeah.
But it was on YouTube, and it says, "Why is Jackie laughing?" or something like that.
I think you might have stumbled onto a Carl Hamburger and Blind Mike thing. They do that "Why are you laughing" thing, and I think.
Okay. Well, let me see if I can find it again.
I haven't talked about. It's not like I got any kind of beef with Blind Mike, but I did go after church. I went to go to watch Blind Mike this week, and he wasn't there. He was in like.
Well, is that the one where he had the substitutes?
Had two guys
right.
in their kids in their bedroom.
Right. It was like flop sweat or something like that.
It was very, I don't know. It felt like Beavis and Butthead meets Wayne's World or something. It was just like, well, I don't know. He talks about me. How can you talk about me with talentless hacks when you have these Beavis and Butthead kids in their bedroom? I mean, I'm sorry. I guess that comment did hurt a little bit because I'm still talking about it. But
okay, Matt, I'm going to copy this. I've just found it. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put it in the private chat.
Private chat.
Yeah.
I thought it was Private Benjamin.
It was Private Benjamin, but she got promoted.
Oh, look, they have an actual. If you go to the People tab, I never even realized that People tab is there. You have little audio adjustment things in there now. That's like new. StreamYard just added that, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So who the fuck cares? Nobody cares. Robin Cook, rapist. Oh my God.
What?
Because it said rapist search on the first screen. This thing that you're talking about here, why is Jackie laughing at the news, Rob? It's not Jackie. See, that's the thing. And this isn't Blind Mike and Carl Hamburger. People used to get mad at Jackie because Fred had a sample of Jackie's laugh, and every time Robin would read a horrific news story, Fred would play the samples of Jackie laughing, and the audience thought it was actually Jackie laughing.
So they like, I get it. So if they were, I'm trying to think here, like, so if she said something like, there was a terrible accident, 16 people died, and the car exploded. Then somebody go like, I'm trying to find. We don't have laughter, do we?
The famous one, the one that got people really riled up, was there was a bridge in Washington that had collapsed, and many people died. Cars fell into the Potomac or wherever, and people died. And you hear Jackie laughing throughout the whole
Mannequin pussy, mannequin pussy, like that.
Something like that. But it was more like a like. And why is Jackie hysterical over people dying? And people were really upset about it. I remember Fred Norris playing Fred, the guy who was actually playing the samples. He was playing at the Continental Club when we were running it in Bayshore, Long Island. His band was there, and Ralph went up to him and said, "Well, Jackie's a dick. He's always laughing at all this horrific thing." And that's when Fred fessed up. That's me playing samples of it. Jackie doesn't laugh at that. So half the time he's not even in the studio when the news is on.
Now, did anybody notice it was like the exact same laugh every time? Because people, I mean, we have similar laughs, but we don't laugh the exact same way every time. I
Well,
mean,
he had
there's.
several samples.
Oh, okay.
Fred was good at that. But even so, I mean, Jackie's laugh is pretty much. Good morning, Mike. How are you? You tuned into the worst show ever on.
The second worst. Good morning, Bill. It is. It's the second worst.
How do we measure that?
But we I mean, we still haven't lost our standing in science, though. We're still number 3 in science, right?
Yeah.
And number 64 in humor.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen with this show. I see the finish line, and now I don't even know if it's definitely the 1,000 episode. I'm seeing that but I'm not sure we're going to make it. I'm just not sure we're going to make it there. Good morning, big, beautiful Bill. Good morning, Mike, Captain Mike, Colonel Mike, General Mike, President Mike, Dictator Mike, King Mike, number one in your heart, though, really? I don't know. What heart? What heart? Did you start Goodfellas yet?
No, I did not start Goodfellas.
Why did you do that, Karen?
Because Monday, I have a schedule now. I have a schedule of when and where I can do things.
Yeah.
As of right now, my Monday nights, I spend with plausible.com because I'm trying to perfect what I want to do. And I'm like really, really this close to perfecting what I want to do and being able to take it on the road and stream stuff and have good sound quality. And that's what we were working on last night, my sound quality. Consistent, good sound quality, which we got now. We got good sound quality for me, my guitar if I use it, and miking the audience.
Just a coinky dink that you mentioned Leanne. Well, you didn't mention Leanne Alinsky, did you? You mentioned Plausible.
I mentioned Plausible. I didn't mention Leanne, but I could. Leanne, there, I just mentioned her.
I almost reached out to Leanne. I thought it was Leanna Alinsky last night because I Opus all of a sudden is just suggesting old clips that I'd never posted, and they suggested one with you and Willie talking to her. I wasn't there that day, and I thought.
So you want her back on so you can talk to her yourself?
Well, just to plug her plausible thing some more.
Sure, I'll reach out to her. And to answer your question, Bill, I have not seen Goodfellas yet. I just got to the end. Of Godfather.
How's it end?
Yeah, was it yesterday or day before? It took me a long time to get through The Godfather because I kept falling asleep. That was one fucking boring movie to me.
All right, let me save you some time. You don't have to watch Goodfellas because I already gave you the only part worth in the movie.
No, I have to watch Goodfellas because if I'm going to do this parody that I'm working on, I need to watch Godfather and I need to watch Goodfellas. Otherwise,
you just watched it when I said, "Why did you do that, Karen?" That's the whole movie. Why did you do that, Karen? That's the movie. Why did you do that, Karen? Why would you do that, Karen? Why did you do that, Karen? There's nothing else to watch for, right? Am I right?
I don't know.
Goodfellas 2 is better than Godfather 2 is better.
I didn't see Goodfellas 2.
I like Goodfellas better than Godfather 1, he says. Well, it's not Godfather 1, it's The Godfather. And then The Godfather Part 2, right? Yeah. It's not called Part 1. Maybe it is to you. But
I think the first Godfather was just called Godfather.
Why did you do that, Big Beautiful Bill? Why? Why would you do that? Why did you do that, Big Beautiful Bill?
So I will probably watch Goodfellas on Thursday night because tomorrow night I have Dylan Brody, and Wednesday night is trivia night. Now, my wife and I go out with some other couples, and we do trivia. So Thursday night is my next available night to actually watch Goodfellas.
I should have your funeral now. Just get it over with because you trivia night. The next thing we'll know, you'll be doing bingo. maybe you'll be picking up pickleball and having a heart attack on the pickleball court.
No. And here's this is the kind of a funny thing. I mean, it was funny to me. Back when I was 55, like I said, I just started doing comedy. My wife and I were living in Florida, and we used to walk on the beach just about every day. You know, because the beach was so close to us. We were so close to the beach, we could just it was like a 5-minute drive or a 10 or 20-minute walk. It was really close. And we were there, you know, even if we just went for like a half an hour just to walk, we went to the beach every day, just about every day. And we were going back to the car, and I saw some old guys. It was just a bunch of old people. And they were like in little groups. And one group of old men were playing dominoes. You know, and I never learned to play dominoes. Now, every other black man in my family can play dominoes. But apparently I was not at that meeting, at the family meeting, when they decided that all the black men in the Fenderson family were going to learn to play dominoes. I was not at that meeting. So I go to like a family cookout, and all the guys are like, who wants to play dominoes? They got their little sets. They put them like, oh, use this set. And they start playing dominoes, and I'm watching, and I'm learning how to play from watching them, but I don't know how to play. No one's taught me. So when I'm in Florida, I'm watching these old guys. I thought to myself, what group of old people am I going to be with when I'm old? Am I going to be with the Domino's Domino's people? Or am I going to be with the card playing people? Am I going to be with the chess playing people? Or am I going to be with the people over there who just put their hats over their faces and go to sleep in the chair? You know, what group of old people am I going to be with when I get old? And now I realize I'm not going to be with any of them. I'm going to be probably in my yard feeding birds. I think that's the old guy I'm going to be.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, whether I like it or not, the chickens are becoming more and more aggressive.
Now, are they getting more aggressive, or are you just getting less tolerant of the way they beg?
No, they will follow. They chase you. You come out the door and they like, all right, get away from me. I'm getting in the car. They will chase you right to the car door, and then you can't. You start the car and they don't run away. Like, I'm gonna back out here. I don't want chicken cutlets on my driveway. Anyway, what is Mike saying? How am I funny? Oh no, you can't be ruining it. Why would you do that, Michael? Why did you do that, Michael?
See, now that's the one thing I do know from snippets. I do know, like I said, that am I funny like a clown? I make you laugh. How am I funny? Like, no, I've seen that clip like 100 times. If probably literally, because whenever there's like a advertisement or something for Goodfellas, that's like the clip they use.
Yeah, that was like it became like I'm gonna make him an offer he couldn't refuse from The Godfather. That thing became like just a social cliche in some way.
Yeah. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Yeah.
So I do know that scene, but that's about it. And I think, and I could be wrong, but I think it starts off with like a scene from like outside a bar or something, or so-and-so, I want to be like him when I grew up or something. Everybody was afraid of him. I want to be like him when I grew up or some shit like that. I can't remember. But that may not be Goodfellas. That could be some other.
I think you're thinking of a Bronx Tale.
Okay, then I haven't seen that either. I've seen that beginning though.
There's one iconic scene from the Bronx Tale with the bikers. That's worth watching out of that movie, but most of that movie, that guy was a dick anyway. What's his name?
I did see what happened to Mo somebody, the guy who got shot in the eye.
Yeah,
that was I missed that part because I'd fallen asleep. I fell asleep just when they were kicking the girls.
I'm Mo Green. I was making my bones when you were banging cheerleaders.
Right.
You know, you give the guy some credit. He was banging cheerleaders. No, Fredo was banging cheerleaders.
Not Fredo. He was talking to Mike.
Yeah, but when he slapped Fredo around because he was banging cocktail waitresses.
Two at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'd say, can I have your
I
autograph?
slapped him around because he said they couldn't work. So he was slinging such a good dick that they couldn't count cards anymore. They couldn't deal. They couldn't serve drinks.
No.
So you would.
Do you make the connections, like who Mo Green was in real life?
I recognized him. I did. I recognized him, but I can't remember his name because I don't know his name.
Bugsy Siegel. Bugsy Siegel. That's Mo Green is the equivalent of Bugsy Siegel, the guy who created Las Vegas from a desert stopover.
Right, and he got gunned down. Well, according to the movie, he got gunned down in his hotel room or something at his club.
Yeah. And there's not even a statue or a street sign with his name on it. That's in 2, so you would never get to that part too. Hyman Roth, the great.
Yeah, I may not get to part 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If you didn't like 1, why would you watch 2? I don't know.
Well, I have this thing about completion. I mean, my wife knows that about me. I have to go through to completion. I have to go through to completion. I can't just, even if I delay the end, I will eventually finish it. It's like that with sex too. Even if I delay the finish, I will eventually finish. It just may take me longer. And so it's the same thing. So like my wife and I are watching, let's say, a show, and there's like 12 episodes, and the first episode is really bad. My wife would go, well, I'm not going to watch any more of this. This is just terrible. I said, well, I'll let you know how it ends. She's going to watch this, and I have to because I saw the beginning. It might get better.
Yeah.
Or might get.
Yesterday, you made a classic connection there with Diane Keaton, who plays Kay in The Godfather, and you called her Annie.
Right.
Based on Annie Hall.
Right.
My conditioned memory of Diane Keaton. Mr. Goodbar.
I was about to say Mr. Goodbar.
Looking for Mr. Goodbar. I mean, as a kid, because I think I watched that when I was 17 or 18, and I had known her only from the Woody Allen movies and The Godfather, and thinking she's a nice lady. And then you see her in Mr. Goodbar, and she's a fucking slut from hell.
Yeah, I wouldn't call her a slut. My mother told me not to call women sluts.
All right, but wait. Let me just qualify that. In my view, slut is an ultimate compliment. This is like.
My mother used to say, if you're not going to call a man a slut for doing the same thing, then don't call a woman a slut for doing it.
Call a man a slut for doing
it. My mother just says she just is sexually independent or something like that.
Ooh.
So, and I think that's because my mother didn't want me to call my mother a slut. So my mother was trying to prepare me as a child. Says, don't you call women whores. Women have every right to like sex as much as men do. And I was like, okay. And so she instilled it into me at such a young age. So by the time I got old enough to realize that my mother was just a whore, I could say, oh, okay. I get it now, Mom. My mother was grooming me so that I wouldn't have that opinion of her.
I guess it's all subjective because I don't feel like that's I feel like it. You know what? That's a compliment. I feel like I'm a whore. I was a whore. I'm not now. Now I'm like a.
Well, when I was in the 5th grade, I got into a fight, and I lost the fight, and I got suspended. But I lost the fight because I got jumped. I was beating up the first kid. He was bigger than me, and I was wailing away on him. But then his friends jumped in, and so I lost. And then he held me while he beat me, so I lost the fight. But I got suspended because I really wailed away on him, and so it was just a lot of rage and a lot of anger. Yeah, because my father died when I was in the 4th grade, so 5th grade I still had that anger. And this one kid, he didn't mean anything by it, I guess. Because he never met my mother, but he says, your mother's a prostitute. And I just lost it. And I just started wailing away on him. And my mother goes, why were you fighting? And I said, because Sterling said that you were a prostitute. And my mother goes, do you know what a prostitute is? I said, yes, ma'am. She's a woman who has sex for money. And my mother goes, I don't have sex for money. And my mother says, am I a prostitute? And I said, I don't think so. She goes, I'm not a prostitute. I don't have sex for money. And my mother says, I have sex because I like it. And so, and I remember thinking to myself, so you're a whore.
I would say I wish you were mute.
So I said, and that's what I thought to myself. So you're a whore, but my mother says, do not. That's what my mother says. I do not need you to protect me or my honor. If he cannot come to me to my face and call me a prostitute, then he's a coward. Don't worry about it. Don't fight my battles for me. Ooh. So the next day, when I got back to school the next week, Sterling calls my mother a prostitute again, and I looked at him and I just calmly said, "Nope, she's a whore," and I walked away.
I would say, go tell her that. And then she'd be like, how much money you got?
Well, after I did that, nobody else said anything else about my mother. It's like, where can we go? There's no place to go. He called his mother a whore. We can't fuck with him anymore.
What a good test strategy that is. You learned that from watching Dominoes, I think.
I learned that from my mother.
All right. Want to play AI or not AI? This is a new game we have here on Mind Dog TV. It's called AI or not AI.
Before you start, did you see the list I put in there? 15.
I think we should find a way to make that a quiz for the chat room. Ask them and see what they come up with. But yeah, let's look at that in 1 second.
Okay.
All right. This is AI or not AI. This is the question. Oh, nothing happened, right? What a dick I am. Oh, here it is. Here it is. What the hell? Come on, stupid. Oh,
people are looking at your list.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I can't tell if that's AI or not. It sounds like other things that I haven't heard. I don't hear anything, Matt.
You don't hear anything?
No, nothing.
I'm hearing it, and I don't know why.
I don't know if it's. Let me see if it's in the chat.
Well, that's fucked up.
No, yeah, I don't hear it in. I don't hear it on Governors either.
I don't. Now I can't stop it. All right. That's weird. We didn't hear it.
I didn't. Now, funny, Sunshine type. There is an art to storytelling. I don't know if she said that because I violated that art, or I need to work on it.
You should watch Mr. Ballin and Tom Segura talk about how to tell a story.
Fuck them.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, no, we changed. I thought we changed our position on Tom Segura.
I never changed my position on Tom Segura.
We now love him. We love him.
Oh, are you trying to get him on the show? Is that it?
I think.
Oh, right. Then Matt loves you, Tom Segura. You still haven't earned my respect yet.
All right.
Not that it should matter, because I know you haven't earned. I know I haven't earned yours. So, fuck it.
It would be good if Tom Segura knew who you were. It would be. I think
it would be. I think it would help his status as being, having better friends.
All right. Let me see. All right, we'll try this one different way, if we can. Processing with the Let me tell you a story using the arc of
about a man named Jed.
Is this AI or not? You can hear that, right?
I don't want to see you anymore, so don't come around here acting like before. I shouldn't have to tell you so, just grab your coat and go. And when you leave, don't forget to shut the door. I don't want to see your pretty face. It just don't belong in this old place. Get up and go on home. And when you find yourself alone, the fate you bargained for in haste. I don't want to see you anymore.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Huh?
Now, are you playing songs that are supposed to be like all AI or just partial AI?
You know what? That's a good. It could be. That's a good question for. I just want to see the chat room. It could be wholly AI, partially AI, or
Because
no AI at all.
I'm thinking that's partially AI.
But you know what? This is where the it is completely AI from the aspect of what you're hearing. I wrote the lyrics. It was a song that
I was gonna say the lyrics sounded too personal to be AI to me. And I was thinking the lyrics were real, the music was AI.
the
That's
guitar
why I
playing,
asked.
the blues guitar playing is maybe I should have let it play a little longer. The blues guitar player is really authentic sounding, and for me, that is eye-opening. That AI can really handle a subtlety of blues playing like that, because that's an art form that is simplistic yet very nuanced, and you got to really have some feel for that. And what it's doing is going out and studying what's done and replicating it. I think it did a very good job in that. Now, that entire thing, the vocalist is AI. The vocalist doesn't. This is just, I said, a female blues singer in the prompt, and basically fed it the words. I didn't even feed it a riff. I just fed it the words and said, "Go for it," and that's what they came up with.
I thought the words were made by a person. I wouldn't have picked you. I didn't know it was you. I didn't know you, but I was saying that the words seemed real, like personal, more like they had some experience or seen this kind of thing, which that's what it felt like to me. But the music seemed AI-ish.
What? Let me play just a little bit more. And you know what? If
Because you want to hear the guitar.
No, you know what? I already deleted it, so fuck it. I was gonna say, if you could identify what gives it away as the music being AI to you?
It's not. It's the way it registers to me. It's I don't know. It's just the way it feels. That's all. When I hear like real instrumentation or something, I feel if it's really good. Okay, I got it. When I hear really good instrumentation and it's done by, I get like a feeling of envy because I can't do that, but another person can. But sometimes I hear stuff that's good and I'm not envious. I don't feel that envy. It's like, that's a machine. And so I'm going by my gut. That's all. I'm just going by my gut. If something's really good and I feel envious, I trust my gut is probably jealous that it's a person being able to do that and I can't do that.
Well, that's terrible.
I know. I shouldn't be jealous.
No, I mean the picture I was looking at.
I thought you meant I shouldn't be. But it's not like a hatred. It's just that even at my best, when I was at my best as a musician, I fell short of my what I could hear in my head. I never could do what I could hear in my head. So
what the hell is this? I can't think of what I sometimes I name files in the stupidest ways, and then years later I'm like, what the hell?
Sunshine had written it sounds country, and I think she says AI voice.
Yeah, wow. That's surprising to me that you can tell that's an AI voice, and it is an AI voice. I don't know.
And then she says, always listen to your gut, which sounds like a promo for Good Brew.
Good Brew.
Listen to your gut and make your gut, and your gut will have something worth listening to. Take Good Brew, 1 or 2 scoops in your drink a day, and your gut will have something good to say.
I got to see what this is.
I like that. 1 or 2 scoops in your drink a day, and your gut will have something good to say. I'm going to send that to them also. Good Brew. Learn to trust your gut again. So, sorry, people. Matt's looking for more music, I think.
I was looking to see what I have a file that is WTIRCB.
You don't know what that means anymore.
I have no fucking clue what that means.
I do that with long titles, and so to make it easier for my, like I had one. Let me see here. Let's see.
This wasn't that long ago. This was only May of 2024 when it was created. That's not that long. It's a year and a half, a year and a couple of months ago. That's right.
Okay, I have a file that's typed WYAFMWYBS, and that's supposed to stand for "When you applaud for me, will you be standing?"
Wow.
But because I didn't want to type out as a title for a song, "When you applaud for me, will you be standing?" So I typed that up and I'm going, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Whatever WRTLC, whatever that meant to me a year ago is totally gone from my consciousness. I think I do that. I mean, definitely I don't want to type a whole lot of fucking long thing out when I'm naming files, but that's now I have no idea what it is, and I had to listen to it, and I still have no idea what the fuck it was supposed to be.
Now, the original file, the original song was WSFAPLAU. That was how I filed the original song before I made the parody. And the original song was "What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding."
Oh, yeah.
And so that was the original song. Then I did the parody, and I named the parody WYAFMWYBS.
We got chats in the chat. Oh, it's all people selling bots, right? I'm about to start a podcast, and I used AI for intro lyrics, and it was great. Big Beautiful Bill's about to start a podcast. Did you know about that?
I thought I heard him mention that.
Why don't you come on and tell us all about it, Big Beautiful? Tell us all about the podcast and is it going to be an interview style podcast? Is it going to be a storytelling style?
I thought he was going to be interviewing people from history. He was going to interview, let's say George Washington, but it was going to be an AI thing. So he would ask these questions, and then AI would create George Washington answering the questions that Bill had to ask. That's what I thought the premise was. Because Bill being a history person, that's what I thought he was doing.
Well, I don't know if he ever told us that. If he did, I was sleeping, but that's a good guess, I guess.
I made that up. I pulled that right out of my ass.
Oh.
It was right next to my good brew, my undigested good brew.
Did you ever see Brendan Walsh's George Washington thing? Holy fuck.
No.
It's bizarre. Brendan Walsh played George Washington on YouTube. And he would do these live chats, and people would be I'm also going to do Foul Mouth history segment. Oh, that would be wonderful. Well, we're here to help you promote it. Come on, man, tell us all about it. I don't know if I could even find this and get in trouble for it.
Find it and get in trouble? I think you can find it and get in trouble for it.
Yeah. But he would get really fucking angry as George Washington with the commenters and banning people. Yeah, get out of here, you dumb fuck. And just like George Washington losing his mind over not liking the questions. Oh, this one's moderated. George Washington. Let me see if I could. Hold on a second. Just a little touch of it for people. Brendan won't mind me doing this. YouTube will probably flag it as something that, and he will he'll be like, hey, hey, bro, you bro.
Okay, Mr. Walsh. First of all, we're about to go live here. Well, yes, Mr. Walsh, we are already streaming right now. I'm just letting you know that in case people who are
all right, get to the fucking point, dude. Where's George Washington? Oh, here. Come on.
7, 58, 59.
Okay.
60, 61, 62, 63, 64.
Let's get a move on here, gang. We only have now about 6 minutes. First of all, I want to...
You can't do 10 starting now?
Okay, well, let's call it 8. Gang, first of all, I just want to make a big apology to you, the fans of the George Washington question
All right, get to it,
The
Duncan.
sound was too low.
Duncan, you're wasting my time.
I worked on it for probably, I don't know, all last night. I have not slept, and I've been on 2 different amphetamine drugs.
Well, that's, I've told you to get help for that. It's not my problem.
So here it is. We're just going to play Ode to Washington, and maybe this will spawn some conversation.
You're killing me, dude. I said this was good, and now you're just boring the fuck out of people.
And your audio will probably go dead.
Respectful question.
George Washington, 'twas you.
I don't need that.
There. Can you hear me?
A lot of people really like the song.
If there are any kids out there, I have this puppet today, and he's also the puppet who, if you ask inappropriate questions, he will do the ban. He bans you.
Okay, let's get into.
So watch your step.
All right, let's get into the fucking questions.
Don't be disrespectful. This is okay. This is starting off in kind
I'm
of.
Sorry, I told you this was good. This is not the clip.
Yeah, you did say it was good. You sold it. Then you oversold it. And then you resold it.
Yeah, well, this isn't the clip. I never saw this.
Do I have to go over the rules again?
No.
Sure. We have 5 minutes left, but if you want to do your.
We have a few minutes
He was
left.
In the army, prostitution was legal. He was a young man. So let's leave it at that.
Okay.
Wow, this is not.
Let's leave it at that,
folks. You have to find it on your own. There are good ones. I promise you, there are good ones. That's not one.
Okay. To answer, Sunshine says, "Does the future of AI scare you?" But before that, she typed WKRP. Now, I don't know if she typed that because Lonnie Anderson died, or if it's a response to us spouting a bunch of letters.
Now, Lonnie Anderson died like 4 or 5 days ago. Why would you?
Right.
Yeah, all right.
Well, it says because she typed WKRP, and because there's no timestamp in Governors, I don't know if it corresponds to when we were typing out all the files we abbreviated.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Now, Lonnie Anderson's tits were only 40 years old, young.
Right.
Right.
So, Sunshine wants to know if the future of AI scares you, and I'm assuming she means you as in a plural, like you and I.
It doesn't scare me. I know it has, and this is a comment from Ian before I answer that. Only serious questions or else Brendan bans you. It's hilarious. Thank you. I just can't find a hilarious clip. Ian, if you can find a hilarious clip, send it to me, and I'll play a hilarious clip.
Ask Blind Mike. He can find the hilarious part.
Yeah. I'm not scared of AI. I am definitely. There are some things that I think are far off, but how far off in the future that could potentially affect markets and put people out of work and stuff like that. But as far as for me personally, no, I mean, I'm as scared of AI as I was of the Lindrum machine. And I know people get tired of hearing me say it. I just think this is just another piece of technology. People who are going to learn to use it well will thrive with it. And people who ignore it will get replaced at some point. They'll just be like, they'll be like the old school boomers playing in a cover band in a bar. They'll still be there 100 years from now. They just, there'll be guys who ignored the wave, the trend, the technology. Guys who are fucking still using tube amps. By the way, I'm selling tube amps. Tube amps. I came to the conclusion the other night, or the self-realization, that I'm probably done playing in a band forever. I'm probably never going to play in a band ever again, like for electric guitar in a band. I'm playing acoustic guitar gigs. I enjoy that, but just get into any other kind of combo situation, even if as a sub, it's just too much work for me now to kind of get my gear back up running, electric guitars, amps, pedals, all that shit. Just the thought of it is overwhelming. So I'm going to be selling classic tube amps. I'm going to be selling some guitars. I have a guitar. You would love this guitar. Now I'm not pitching this to you to buy it, but this is a Charvel Strat that has an ivory. Have you ever played a guitar with an ivory neck on it? Ivory, not rosewood, not.
No, I have not.
It's beautiful. It plays like fucking butter. It's all black. I mean, shiny black ivory. And it plays like no other guitar I've ever played before in my life. The problem is it's got one of the those tuning bridges on it. And I stripped one of the Allen keys, or I don't have the right Allen key. So I can't change the strings on it. Changing the strings was always a fucking pain in the balls. So right now it's sitting with one string half on. At this point, but it's the best guitar I ever played. It was just a bitch with the
it's the best guitar I ever. It's the best 5-string guitar I've ever played.
No, the 1-string now.
Oh, it only has one.
And that string is only half on. But yeah, so I could take it to a luthier and have him fix the bridge, or I could sell it. And you know what? It's not what it's value wise. It's not going to. I could get it out of the case, but it's just beautiful, man. I mean, ivory neck. I've always been a big fan of maple. I just like the way it feels better than rosewood. But the first time I ever played this guitar, I was like, holy fuck, why isn't every guitar made with an ivory neck? Because
you could be killing a lot of elephants just for a fucking guitar.
Yeah. So anyway, Spanish exploration and the 3 Gs and into Texas history to start. What? And the 3 Gs. What's the 3 Gs? What am I missing? The 3 Gs.
Gravity.
And the 3 Gs. Come on. We're stupid, Bill. Come on. You can't just leave 3 Gs and think we know what that means.
Okay. Here's who wrote, somebody typed, let's see here. No. Bill wrote this earlier. I shouldn't abbreviate around boomers. Okay, he wrote that.
And then I shouldn't.
Yeah, he wrote that like 10 comments ago, and then he goes and writes Spanish exploration in the 3 Gs, and he abbreviates again. God, also, gold, and glory.
He shouldn't use contractions around boomers either. It's just as bad. So, whatever.
So the 3 Gs are God, gold, and glory. Now, they didn't find gold, so they replaced it with gonorrhea.
I thought it would be goo goo gajoob, goo goo gajoob. That doesn't make any sense to anybody, does it?
Of course, before black gold, they have black gold, Texas tea.
Right. All right. Our next test.
My answer to Sunshine is that AI does not scare me. People scare me. And so it's what they would do with AI. That's what scares me. It's not AI. It's like Matt says, it's just a tool. But people and their greed, people and their selfishness, people and them trying to find a way to do things cheaper to make more money, that kind of scares me, because their profit margin means much more to them than people.
Yeah.
That scares me.
Here, one more little. This I will say.
Came from the segregated minds.
I will say right up front that this is using AI somewhat. I want to know where people think that AI is involved in this.
I'm living with my memories, thinking about the past, solving all the mysteries, the truth revealed at last. I'm planning for tomorrow, but it's not what it seems. I beg, steal, and borrow to pay for all my dreams, while looking for the spaces in between. I wake up with a vision, a picture in my head, reliving bad decisions, the ones I made instead.
All right. Ian says fake AI singer. I don't know. it's kind of on the. It's AI used to replace my voice. So I sang it, and then choose a voice to replace my singer using AI, but it's a real singer's voice. Does that make sense? So it's AI replacing my voice with somebody modeling my voice. I sang all the notes and all the time, and it takes and it gives you a I forget the name of Amoeba or something like this. You get a choice of vocalists to sing that song or use their voice as a modeler on
So
your song.
AI recreates that voice because obviously that person is not actually singing those words.
Right.
So it would be an AI singer.
Yeah, but it's not a fake because it's almost like sampling, right? But
it's still an AI singer.
Yeah, AI is, but the way I think of it, AI is just the engineer taking. It has the samples of vowel sounds and consonants from this singer, and has a bank of them, and AI is just engineering it and saying this one, and mixing it up really fast. But what gives it away as that, or was that just a guess?
I don't know what Ian would have to answer that, but because I was listening to the voice thinking it was AI, but I was listening to the breathe. I was trying to find breathing sounds, but not everybody has breathing sounds when they sing.
Well, see, AI has that.
This one did. This one did have it.
The
And I was
program,
thinking,
you program that in too. I mean, you tell it to make sure it leaves some breath sounds and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. He said,
wow, Sunshine says guitar is sharp.
No.
He says his guitar is sharp. Now, I don't know if she means like sharp as in, you know how these kids are using slang all these days. I don't know if she means like sharp dressed man, or sharp like in.
No, it's dead on tuned correctly to 440. Use the chromatic tuner. The guitar part is real.
Yeah, but it should be 436, 438.
No, 440. You can calibrate your tuner to one of those other tunings. It's not that. It's
I'm just teasing.
Well,
go ahead.
It's real. The guitar part is real. That's not AI. This I don't know how to take this. Didn't think your voice could sound shittier than comes AI. I don't know how to take that, Ian. No wonder
I guess your voice is better than AI.
Not much, though.
Yeah, but it's still better. That's what he's saying. Look, if you're being an optimist, you go, so I sound better than AI.
All right. I guess. Let me remember.
So take the compliment.
All right.
Forget the shitty part.
Yeah. All right. That's nice. Let me see this. All right, we can move along. Let me see these questions you have, or this list of people you have in the. Where was that? In the private chat?
I put it in the comments.
Comments.
Oh. Yeah, so it's
you can't have anybody guessing on it because it's in the public comments. What is it?
Well, I was going to put it in the private chat, but I didn't want you to have to try to read the private chat while you were working. So it starts with 15 pop songs created by AI.
Yeah.
And then it's like it takes up 3 messages because there's a limit to how much text you can put in there.
How many do you know? Don't know that one. Break Free by Taryn. Don't know that one. Southern Daddy's Car by Sony. Nope, don't know that one. Flow Machines. Anybody know these songs? Do you know these songs?
Heart on My Sleeve by Ghostwriter 977 BBL.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Drizzy.
King Willen. King Willingness, Where That Came From by Randy. By Randy Travis? No way. A Randy Travis song?
Where that came from?
Don't we need to hear that? Randy Travis.
Well, let's see if we can find it.
Yeah.
I think it's called Where That Came From by Randy Travis. You want me type it in? You want me look for it, or you gonna look for it?
Yeah. I can't fucking isolate one of these.
Okay. Where that came from.
Somebody that I used to know. That's a surprising one. That uses no. No, they use this AI like where? Where would that use it? Billie Jean, Nirvana. Oh, somebody to do it in Nirvana style, but that's not the original. No, yeah, not Nirvana, and it's not Michael Jackson. It's somebody. Somebody went to AI and said, "Make me a Nirvana. Give me a version of Nirvana doing Billie Jean or something like that." Right. So that wouldn't be popular anyway. Frank Sinatra stuff. What is this?
Let's see.
Tour Life 3, Frank Sinatra style. Lose Yourself. With Super Mario Brothers theme, Chop Suey Blue. Yeah, so they're not real like commercial release. At least I don't think they are commercial releases of Frank Sinatra doing Lose Yourself. That would be weird.
Okay, I have. I'm going to hit the play on Randy. Where That Came From by Randy Travis.
All right, let's hear
This
it.
is the official video. And you just let me know when you want me to stop to avoid the copyright strike.
We're gonna get copyright. Is that Vince Gill with him? Like,
she had eyes like diamonds, they caught the light. Oh, but they were dark and deeper than the night.
all right, you could stop that shit.
Okay.
And what my first thought is, they have a super professional recording studio there, like the ultimate in Nashville studio. They have a room full of really competent players, and he is actually singing the song. All you got really happening there is some really soft drums, and acoustic guitars, and it seems like, why even bother going there? I mean, you're there, you're singing it naturally. You have Vince Gill. I think that was Vince Gill. I'm not sure if that was Vince Gill, but you have Nashville players there at your disposal. What the fuck?
That's just the official video. They may not have been there. They could have just added that later.
So these guys all just came in to fake it in the studio while
maybe they were there for a different song. You know, maybe it was like the anniversary of something, so they were all in there talking about something else, because that's why they were laughing. They were like, "Remember when we wrote such and such?" And he was like, "Yeah, I remember vaguely."
I'm not sure if Randy Travis has got some health issues or something. I think he might.
It looks like it. It looks like at least in this video, it looks like he has health issues.
Yeah. He was really big in the 80s when I was playing in a country band in Virginia. He was called like the new George Jones, and I remember he was playing a concert, and the traffic in Roanoke, Virginia was like New York City traffic just to go see him. And I was like, really? This guy's that great? I mean, I knew a couple of his songs. On the Other Hand, Digging Up Bones, a couple of, nothing really earth-shattering, but the next George Jones, whatever, and they were really excited about him being the next star and whatever. I don't know. That's that's not really what isn't. And I'd be good to know what the fuck is AI on that, because that was his voice. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? I don't know. I can't think of the name. No, I know. Yeah, so I don't know. That was it. Is that going to be commercially released? That's a problem here, because the commercial release of this stuff, like there was people were getting upset about this fake band that came out. Something Velvet Underground, not the Velvet Underground, Velvet Sunshine, or something like that. It was a confabulation of bands that were, but it was like they had fake pictures of the guys, and they did a whole album and put it out there, and it was completely AI, and people were upset about it because it was actually getting like millions of streams on Spotify, and without the claim that it was AI, and people were upset about it. And then I keep coming back to it. If people want to listen to it, who are you to say that they shouldn't enjoy it? If they find it good, let them have it. I know this whole thing where I don't know, they're cheating. I don't like it. They're stealing. I don't know. There was a report. Again, I just saw this on Twitter, and I'm becoming very lazy with fact checking things. But I think the White House came out and said report concludes that blue collar people have the least to worry about with losing their job to AI, and I find that to be a lie.
Right.
Shocking! The White House would lie to us. It's shocking, right? What happened? Because I worked. People, I don't know if you know this about me. I worked as a marketing director for a robotics company, and because we think of AI only as the advances we've seen in the last couple of years here, people don't know that AI has been part of the manufacturing program process in factories at least 15 years. At least 15 years.
Now, I know that the supermarket where I shop, they have, I think, 13 registers. There are 13 registers,
right.
And 2 of them used to be self-serve. It's so you could just do your own stuff. Then went to 4.
Yeah.
And now they have 8 registers that are self-serve. But they still, and then I think there's like 5, maybe. Yeah, I think they still have like 7 or 8 with real people for cashiers. And now cashiers got paid decent money there, but they're using less cashiers. And now some of those people that were cashiers retired. I know that because I actually signed a card because I've been going to that store for so long that when they were passing on the retirement cards, they asked me to sign some of the cards. That's how you know that you've been shopping someplace for a long time. When somebody retires, they go, "Hey, GD, come here." Daryl's retiring. He'd want you to sign his card, and like I'm the only. All these employees have signed the card, and I'm like the only customer signing the card.
Wow!
But they didn't replace them, but they hired younger people who are doing the shopping for people to put the stuff in the cars. So some of the good jobs have been gone, and they've been replaced with lesser paying jobs.
What I'm showing here on the screen right now is Oryx Industries, a company I used to be the marketing director for. I left in 2019, 6 years ago. So striking to me to see they still have the web design that I built in 2015. Still there, like 10 years later. It's time for an update to the web design here. They have different content on the homepage, but this is a robotics company that I worked for. They were using AI, and you could see here on this one picture on the right here is cough medicine. And
I was going to say Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, well, it probably is Pepto-Bismol, something like that. But that is AI basically takes these bottles out of the boxes, and the robots will all take these out of the boxes, fill the bottles, measure the oxygen and different content within the packaging, take it through, put the seal on, all that kind of stuff, put it in a new box, move that box to a rail to be shipped. All of this stuff has been done by AI for at least 10 years. I'm thinking more like 15 years, definitely 15 years, because I started there 10 years ago, and they were already well established in doing this stuff. Videos. Can I get to the video stuff? Thermoform packaging, all this kind of stuff. It's all AI stuff, and it's all been well used. And again, these jobs used to be done by, I want to say, ladies in smocks and the hairnets, right, in factories. So to say that the blue collar people are the last people to be threatened by this technology is just a lie, because we've already seen people lose their jobs to this kind of stuff. None of these videos are working. That's good to see that the guy who's running their website can't get their videos working. Maybe I should have a call and tell him. Should I? Would you tell him? Look, he's not. Oh, here you go. Let's see just this one. I probably did this video. Yeah. The Only Lonely Boy in New York City. That's my song. This is all AI doing. Everything you get in the supermarket has been packaged by a robot. Measuring content, putting it into it takes the jars and creates the jars, the plastic containers, puts the lids on, all this stuff. And it uses natural physics, which is anyway. Yeah, so just to counter the idea that blue collar people, they were the first ones to feel the crunch. So that factor, those factories where these food products are being packaged, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people used to do those jobs. Now they can buy a machine, one-time payment that's not cheap. $500,000 for the machine, but it replaces the 20 workers that you would have for the next 10 years.
And with the health benefits if they had them, and stock options if they had them.
Yeah. So, those people got replaced really quick. The thinkers, the people who actually had to employ critical thinking and design, those people are now starting to get replaced by AI because AI has advanced. But just gaslighting and say you don't have to, if you're now maybe they mean plumbers, the plumbers who come to your house and look
Well, the plumber's cracks. You can't replace a good plumber crack.
Yeah.
Now Sunshine over in Govs wants to know if you've ever heard this song. I'm sorry.
I'm not hearing it now. Oh, to the Epstein files.
I'm sorry. Did that screw up?
No, it's your bandwidth screwing up. It's buffering there.
Oh, I probably have too many windows open. Let me.
It is what it is. Oh, we heard enough of it to know it's they're making fun. They're making fun of Trump, and the Epstein files won't go away, or will they? Epstein went away. Do you know? I don't know if you know this about Epstein. Do you know that 2 weeks before he died, he said Trump's going to kill me?
I can imagine him saying that.
Yeah, he did say that. At least this is what his family is contending, and I tend to, they're putting themselves in danger by saying that, right? Well, why would they say that and these people were not necessarily anti-Trumper until they killed his brother. They were supporters of Trump because they thought Trump could help get him off or whatever.
Well, they all think that.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, the only a handful of people have actually been helped by Trump, so to speak. But a lot of them still went to jail anyway, and they just came out the other end helping, and Trump helped them. So,
and
like
they go
Steve
back.
Bannon,
Steve Bannon, they go back to kissing his ass as soon when they get out of jail.
Yep, like Steve Bannon, Pete Navarro. The white-haired guy that looks like a criminal from Monopoly, Roger Stone.
Oh yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell. These people, like Trump just had her move to like a very cushy place in Texas, minimum security.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So all these people now, they're talking about the deals that Trump, bragging about the deals, and all these countries are saying, like the EU said, no, we didn't promise to invest $600 billion. That's what, and Japan said the same thing. We didn't promise to invest $500 billion. We were talking about high interest loans to the administration. None of it was talking about investing in. But they're making up this story. It's like the same lie, just changed the country. Over and over again. And who are you going to believe, Trump or the people saying, we ain't investing shit in you, man? Who said,
and if you don't repeat the lie, you get fired.
Yeah. Yeah. So the EU is not giving Trump $600 billion to invest. They aren't giving him $1 to invest. It's just astonishing that a president can go on Financial Network and lie like this, and it barely registers. Nothing registers. It's fucking, I don't know. How do you fucking, if you're one of these people, this is your business to kind of keep track of all these fucking lies. How do you even do it? How do you even, this is
the
why
only way you can do it is to not put his comments out there live. Wait a week and then fact check it before you release it. So it's like, okay, Trump said this. It's not true. This is what the truth is.
I agree. I felt like ignoring him would make it, ignore the bully or go away. But he has the loudest megaphone in Fox News, and he has Newsmax, and he has Twitter, and whatever value you put on Twitter, they, lots and lots and lots of people on there, and just amplifying the bullshit constantly, immediately as he puts it out there. And what was that thing that Mark Twain said? A lie gets around makes its way around the world in 60 seconds before the truth even has a chance to put its shoes on.
Right. Yeah. And that's when the Reverend says the truth just needs to run out there naked. Don't get dressed, just run out there naked so you can keep up.
Oh, I like that.
The Reverend said that.
I never heard him say that.
Yeah, he did. Matter of fact, it should be a T-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it definitely should be.
The Reverend said that. I remember because I wrote it for him.
Wow. So get to work on that T-shirt, all right? Because we need more stuff not to sell in the merch store. Could you please buy some? I'm talking to you over there. Please buy something.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I will definitely put on this comment. I didn't think my voice. Well, they won't let me write shittier on a T-shirt, right? I didn't think your voice could sound shittier. Then comes AI. That will be the new T-shirt. If you want to buy something, keep us afloat. That's what I'm saying. We need income on this program. I don't know if you know that.
Your voice is so shitty it keeps the record afloat.
I don't know. Now, did you hear on Sunday in Italy? It rained. No big deal there. It rained. It had sleet, hail, and snow in it was still July. Oh no, it was August on Sunday, but all in one day in Italy. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, all in one day in August. Snow, and not in the mountains, like snow. If that's not an indication that something is a little bit fucking strange in the weather, I don't know what is. So yeah, it feels like, because my stepdaughter is very religious, Christian,
right?
And we were talking about Revelation, and it feels like the end days. And I'm not one of these people. I'm not a Bible thumper. I basically don't know anything about the Bible, but I do know that the Revelation just sounded like a fucking contrived horror story, and nothing seemed to make sense. But if I look at the news,
when did y'all have that conversation?
Sunday night. Sunday night.
Did you see what the Reverend's next show was called?
No.
The Book of Revelations.
Oh,
Revelations.
Revelations. Yeah. Well, I feel like a lot of the stuff that we're seeing in the news and stuff feels like it validates, and you probably could do that at any time. I don't know. But it feels to me like everything I'm seeing, well, this is the Bitcoin feels like, and cryptocurrency feels like this one world digital currency, mark of the beast type of thing. You're going to need to buy stuff and all that kind of nonsense. So a lot of it feels like, although I never believed in any of it, it feels like, and would you really care if the world ended tomorrow? Would you?
Now,
except for the kids.
My old teacher back when I was studying to be a minister, would say that the head of the school would say quite frequently that Revelation is not about the end of the world. It's about the end of their world, like that particular culture. And that every culture goes through its own revelation. So like the US is going to go through its end days and it's going to come out the other end not being the US, just like Rome did. Yeah, so like Rome, it wasn't built in a day, but it died pretty quickly from the inside. And all these cultures experience their own revelation. So revelation is actually more personalized than it is global or universal.
Yeah. Why didn't
and that's another why they predict. That's what people having trouble predicting, because they see these things happening and go like they try to apply it to every place. It's like, no, it's just that place. And it's not that Jesus is coming back. It's that they're hoping that when things after things have their worst, that people learn from their lesson and it gets better on the other side if they learn. If they don't, then it just gets worse.
I think Jesus said, "You're on your own. I ain't coming back. Why would I come back there?"
Right. Well, I don't think Jesus can come back. That's just my personal opinion.
Why that line stopped running? They discontinued the I don't know, the Jerusalem Brooklyn Express, whatever. You can't come back.
Well, it depends on. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Are those the chords from Jesus is coming back?
This is called Jesus is Coming Back. Now, it says not sure here, but this is what I named this novel singer-songwriter. Let's just give it. This is the kind of AI I have been using for ever. Now, consider it starts with a blank screen, and you have to give it a key. You have to give it a tempo. You plug in the chords. It's so when I say AI, it is you have a lot of work to do before you can do anything. So I'm just gonna generate this quick and see what this sounds like. This is something I created a long time ago, I guess. We got anything? No, I'm not hearing.
I don't hear anything. Sounds like all the other songs I didn't hear.
I am seeing something play over here. Oh, you know why? I know why. Do I think I know why? I don't think I know why. Do I think I know why?
Did you forget to tell it to play the sound for everybody to hear?
Where's my virtual device? My virtual device I'm using. New virtual device.
For people listening in the car and don't hear anything worth hearing, that's Matt. It's his fault. It's his fault. What you're not hearing is Matt being creative.
Huh. It should be coming through there. Now, why is that not coming? Now I'm confused. Oh.
So the little black cursor that I see moving over top of the chords means they're supposed to be playing that particular chord.
Yeah.
So it's actually playing. We just don't hear it.
It is.
Maybe I should grab my guitar and I should just strum those chords so people can at least hear something. I was like, A minor, A minor, A minor, F, 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 G, 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 G sustain, G sustain, G sustain, C, 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 A minor.
Are you saying sustain? Are you actually saying sustained?
Yeah.
You're off my show. Get off my show.
Well, what's the sus for? G suspect?
Suspended.
Oh, sustained.
No, not sustained. Oh my God. Get off my show.
Suspect. Sustenance.
Why did that not sustenance? Why did that not be abandoned in a box? It says share audio, bobbity beep. Yes. And loopback is there. What the fuck? We're not hearing it. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. I was hearing it before in the testing mode. You know what? Let me go back one more time.
Do you guys have?
Go ahead, talk to the audience while I act like an idiot.
Like Mass? I don't understand the question. It says, East Coast ghost stories.
Why?
Do we have East Coast ghost stories?
No. What?
I didn't even know the East Coast had ghosts. I thought it was more regional than that. Like, I don't know.
Loopback audio.
Matt is still trying to figure out why he can't hear his stuff.
Oh well, it does.
Oh man, did I tell you that I pulled my steel string guitar, my acoustic, out of retirement?
No.
Yeah. I put away. I had 2 electrics out, so I put one of the electrics away, and I because I only have room for 3 guitars out on the floor, and and I don't use both electrics. I only use one electric as a prop. So if I shoot a video and I'm doing 2 guitar parts, I have the other guitar. I use one guitar for all the sound, and then I just use the other guitar and I strum along, but I don't actually use it. So
I don't know why Band in a Box anymore. So you're not an acoustic player though, right? You don't play.
No, I used to use my acoustics when I wrote original material. So if I could make it sound good on the acoustic, then I knew it would sound good in the electric.
They're different instruments. I mean,
no. Well, the thing is, with the electric, you can kind of hide some things, either with effects or stuff like that. But with the acoustic, if you're just playing straight up acoustic, no effects, no sustain, no reverb, and you can make it sound good, then without maybe the extraneous, when you're playing guitar, you had a between strings and stuff like.
Some people
some people like that.
Yeah, they like that.
Black
Sabbath always love that stuff.
When I first started playing guitar, I thought that was a flaw. I couldn't stand it. And my guitar teacher, he was playing something, and I heard him go. And I said to him, I said, Bruce. I said, why are you making those mistakes? He goes, what mistakes? Yeah, I said, you did it. He says, no. He goes, I can play it without the mistakes, and without the swoops, and he played it without the swoops. I just happen to like the way that sounds in that song.
Yeah, it's intentional.
Yeah.
Sore Hands, the classical guitarist, who he I don't know if this is just like a gag, but he claims that steel strings are the worst sounding instruments ever. And he's a big fan of the nylon string sound, which is a purer sound, but it's such a fucking weak, pathetic little sound. Like you can't ever do any like bends or like really legitimate.
It's hard to be like, yeah.
You can't do anything rock or even pop. Maybe like No Doubt has that little.
Right.
It's just so fucking. It's so fucking antiquated sound. It sounds like a kid's guitar, like a toy.
Yeah, it does. It does sound like I think I used my. Oh, I never recorded that song. That's why I was saying this. I had like 5 songs that I did not do on my first CD because I had other people that I wanted to sing those songs, and they weren't available. So I just scratched those songs. And I said, don't worry, when I do my second CD, I'll do those songs then, and I'll pull you back. But I never did the second CD. So I never reached out to those people. But I was supposed to use my classical guitar on one of those songs. And it's like you're saying, it has a totally different sound and feel, but it was just for the introduction. Well, no, I used to do the whole song, but the introduction was just acoustic guitar by itself, because I had this cute little riff that I liked.
Cute little riff that you like.
Yeah, for on my classical guitar. So.
Huh. I almost want to play one more song, don't I? I want to play one more song.
You want to play one more thing for us not to hear?
I think so. I think I do. I want to play one more thing for you to not hear. This is weird because the Band in the Box was working audio-wise before we went live. I was testing it. It worked just fine. And then I went to do it here, and it didn't work. I can't even see it now. My eyes are so bad. Everything. Oh, here it is. Let me play this one if I can load it up, and I'm gonna see. Let's. This is. But it's processing. Give it 1 second. Are you still with us over there, Ian?
Somebody dropped a bomb up in Buffalo. There's an anthrax scare out in Idaho, and a serial killer on the rampage in Kalamazoo. And a tidal wave swallowed up the land, from Indonesia to Pakistan. Gotta take another Prozac to listen to the evening news. And it seems like there's only one thing left to do. Let's make love like the world's gonna end tonight. If it's worth doing, then it's sure worth doing right. You turn off the TV, baby, I'll turn off the lights. There ain't no time to worry about wrong or right. Let's make love like the world's gonna end tonight. Let's make love like the world's gonna end tonight.
All right. That, what's the verdict on that? AI or not AI, or what parts of it are AI if you think it's AI? Come on, chat room, talk to me. What do you think about that one? Was not enough of a sample to get a judgment on it?
Oh, again, I'm leaning toward the lyrics being written by a person, probably you, especially with the Kalamazoo part. That's very, it's shooting Kalamazoo and floods and stuff like that.
I wrote the lyrics long before I ever knew John Beaver's Kalamazoo. Yeah.
So it's just a rhyming thing? Well, it doesn't matter what city you put in there. Eventually, there's going to be a mass shooting there. Just hold on to the song.
Well,
Anthrax just had one in Montana. Just had a shooting in a bar in Montana.
There's an anthrax scare out in Idaho, and a serial killer on the rampage in Kalamazoo. That's a serial killer, not a mass shooting. A serial killer, which is different. I would just say no guesses from the chat room. They're all scared on this one. They're scared.
But also, the chat room is down to bare minimum.
Oh yeah. You know what? We're getting a lot on BitChute, which is ridiculous. In all the chat rooms we can't see, there are people talking. Anyway.
That's just it. They don't want us to see them. They're going to where we can't see them.
Anything happening over on Twitter in the chat room? No. None of that was AI. Not one, not even the least little bit of it. I will say this. It was all produced. I played all the instruments on it. And then that vocalist, not an AI, it's a guy on Fiverr who I paid $5 to sing the song for me. So none of it is AI. It's all, and basically you get the stems back and you can hear it's real voice. And this was a good 4 or 5 years ago now, more than that maybe. So he wasn't using AI to do that. So none of that was real music. And I think people would guess, oh, some of that's AI, right? No, unless you count like the drum machine, because I didn't play the drums on that. Drums are a drum.
You didn't program the drums?
No.
Okay.
I used loops, drum loops, which are samples, and kind of measuring it together. And some of the things you just loop over, and then you put the riff thing in there. Like Logic stuff is not necessarily programmed, although it is sort of half-assed program. It's weird the way you address that, and when you have the loops, you are assembling loops, which is kind of programmatic in nature of doing it that way. It's kind of like what I was talking about with AI. It's taking all these vowels and consonants and stuff and putting that together to make the words. This is me taking one measure at a time of a drum sample and putting it in to make a drum part for the whole song, even with stops and all that stuff.
Now it's funny. The last song I wrote and I used the last song I did by myself, because I used to have a digital drum set. I don't have it anymore because I didn't have room for it. So, because back then digital drum sets didn't fold up. You know what I'm saying? Now they almost fold up into like a suitcase. But back then, a digital drum set was the size of a drum set.
Yeah.
And I loved my digital drum set, but it just took up too much space. It gave me writer's block. So I had to get rid of it. So now when I do digital drums, I have a keyboard that has the digital drums. So now I do my drums like this.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have a TR-707 that I can program. But it actually takes longer for me to program what I want because you can't program the whole song. You're programming it like a measure at a time, and then you can say, okay, this measure I want 9 times, and then this measure just once, and then 9, and and sometimes it's easier for me to just play it with my.
That's how we've been doing Lin drums and drum programming for forever. That it is difficult to get nuance in doing that stuff with your fingers. You don't have. They're not drumsticks. These are not drumsticks, folks. I don't know.
It's hard to
I
get.
don't know about these fingers.
And that's just it. That's why, like with the keyboard, I can get like sensitive. I can go like bam, bam. I can do accents. Well, on the Lin drum, not the Lin drum, on my TR-77, you can do an accent. You have a little button, and it'll just like, you can do dum 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 like that. You can do an accent, but but with you can get all this stuff on. So my bass player Phil, because we were just talking about writing songs and stuff, and I said I don't have time to learn how to do that shit. I just do it like this. And he goes, you know how hard that is to do. I was like, I don't think of it. I just do it. I just keep practicing until I get it the way I want it, and then I do the whole song like that.
Loop audio 2, loop audio, loop back. Why are we going? No wonder there's fucking echo on this stuff. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. You know what? I'm going to cancel loopback. Get out of my face.
Well, today I'm going to go out and I'm going to make my last purchase for a little while anyway. I'm buying a microphone to use to mic the audience. So
what kind of mic are you getting?
A black one, probably. I don't know. I want to see what's out there.
For what is the purpose for it?
To mic an audience.
I would use a condenser mic.
Yeah, it's going to be a condenser mic, but I have to. Yeah.
We're having a clearance here at Mind Dog Studios. All our equipment.
Yeah, I see you're selling 1-string guitars, a tube amp, a tube amp, a 1-string guitar, huh?
Fold up electronic drum kits, a small.
How much for the fold up electronic drum kit?
$200. It's Roland R. I think it's TD7.
Is it touch sensitive?
Yeah. Pads have dual, the dual triggers and dual areas, so you can get rim shots in the head to all touch sensitive. Of course, that stuff has been like for the last 20 years. But the only caveat on it is the stand is a little iffy because I lent it to the kids and it came back. It's a little iffy, but it works. It's a little iffy.
What do you mean by iffy? I mean, can I fix it or do I have to glue it in place so it doesn't fold up anymore?
No, it folds up. What happens is every time you unfold it, you have to reattach the one little balance. It's not like a big thing, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect.
When it folds, now this is going to sound crazy. When it folds up, how small does it get?
I used to take it in the MG midget in the passenger seat.
Yeah, but is it like 8 inches thick when it folds up, to a foot thick, or?
It's probably about, I would say, 3 feet wide by about 6 inches deep. Even if you leave the pads on, you can like position the pads in such a way that it's only this deep when it's all folded up, and probably about this wide.
Where would I put it?
It fits, but anyway. So yeah, I'm getting rid of a lot of shit here, guitars and stuff. But what I wanted to ask you about the guitar, the acoustic guitar. Are you aware that classical guitar players completely frown upon ever touching the soundboard of the front of the guitar, the body of the guitar? You can't touch it. You can't even get like a fingerprint on it. According to them, that affects the sound. The front of the guitar. How many times? It's almost impossible if you're playing fingerstyle, and they all play fingerstyle, to not ever kind of touch. You have to be like, I would be always like, that would be my greatest concern. Like, I can't touch the guitar. I've got to be afraid of that. And like, they really get bent out of shape if you touch
Some
it
of
at
them
all.
do. I mean, I'm trying to think. Did my teacher get bent out of shape when I don't know the answer to that because I may not have. Because I'm trying to think.
Did you go for a legitimate, like a university style classical training? Because those are the guys who are the biggest snobs about this shit.
What? No, my first. No, when I bought my classical guitar, I bought it because. Okay, I don't know if you remember this, but I have a Yamaha classical guitar. Yamahas used to be made by hand, and like I don't know if it was in the U.S. or wherever it was, but they used to be made by hand.
Right.
And then they switched over to be made by machine. So when my teacher found out that they were switching from hand to machine, he bought the last 25 handmade Yamaha guitars. He bought the last 25 handmade. And he only made them available to his students, and he sold them at cost. So I have one of the last handmade Yamaha classical guitars, according to my guitar instructor.
I never even. Oh yeah, I never played a Yamaha classical. I mean, Yamaha in recent years, especially, their acoustic guitars have come a long way. So a lot of people are saying they match up with the Martins and Taylors a lot. And I see a lot of people playing Yamaha acoustic guitars like Sweetwater has like a string guitar, Yamaha, $4,699. That's got to be
that's not steel strings. That's stealing. That's stealing your money. They don't mean steel strings.
Yamaha handcrafted acoustic guitar on Reverb, $5,299. It looks like the same guitar that Sweetwater is selling for $469, $699. So yeah, there's but Yamaha, that's a professional instrument. If you going for that much money, Yamaha handcrafted classical guitar at Guitar Center, $9,999.99, just a penny short of $10,000 for a Yamaha GC82. So again, Yamaha come a long way from being like a just a moderate, guitar to now it's super professional line. Now, if we're paying $10,000 for a guitar, I think you can.
Yeah, mine was just like 100 and something. It wasn't like say this was back in like 1978 when I bought this.
Right, but I mean, they up until maybe like Yamaha C40 classical guitar, $179. That's what I'm used to for Yamaha. And then in the last couple of years, like if you look at the consumer version Yamaha acoustic guitars, there's nothing over $300. And then all of a sudden, you see these players out and doing gigs with them, and you find out that guitar is a $7,000 guitar. Like, wait a minute, Yamaha's doing this?
I think in a way you kind of I can almost see the sense, because some people, if you pay too little for something, they don't think there's quality involved. So you go like, okay, sure, we have the $9,000 guitar. Do you want to pay $9,000 for a guitar? You can still have a Yamaha, and it's not $9,000. I can get a Yamaha for $150. I don't have to pay $9,000 for it. That's right. I'll take a Yamaha at $150.
Right. But they definitely made a change company-wise in the last 5 or 10 years or something, where they just upgraded the quality of them significantly. That, you know what, I go by, and this sounds like I'm being you. You can't just buy an acoustic guitar Mikey has from Sweetwater and get it delivered, and they turned out to be good guitars. But I would want to go and play it and feel it, because that's the most important thing for an acoustic guitar is how does it feel. You can get one like the one that Mikey got from Sweetwater, the Taylor, sounds beautiful, but the neck is so fucking fat in my hand. I had difficulty adjusting to it for a long time. It was not fun to play. They gave classical guitars Wait, I can't read this. They gave us classical guitars to play with as dirty middle school kids. Yeah, and they never told you not to touch the soundboard, right? They never.
I think because I'm trying to imagine when I used to play classical in duets. I don't think I let my hand touch the board, but I don't think it was because somebody told me not to. I think I was imitating my teacher, and my teacher didn't do it.
Yeah. Well,
So
here's where it came in because the Tommy Emmanuel method of finger picking relies on, and it's not Tommy's, it's Merle Travis. Let's but and Chet Atkins and all that stuff. But it relies on putting your pinky on the fretboard to anchor your hand so that your thumb can just do a lot of the back end work.
right,
And so
yeah.
they say even just putting your pinky on the board that much ruins your guitar. And I'm like, come on, dude, you're getting a little carried away. This much of your pinky touching the soundboard is not going to ruin the guitar. And I've done it. I don't hear any difference before and after.
But your guitar is crying out in pain. It's like, what the fuck are you doing to me? Move your pinky. How would you like it if I stuck my pinky in you like that? You know?
I don't know if you know this about my guitar, but my guitar gently weeps.
And that's why, because
but it doesn't cry out in pain. It gently weeps.
It's that damn pinky action.
Yeah.
Now, is Tommy Lee a drummer? And does Tommy Lee have one arm? Is that the one arm drummer?
No, Tommy Lee is the one big cock drummer that was married to Motley Crue. He was married to Pamela Anderson, and he had. There was a videotape of her. Now, have you Pamela Anderson? She's with Liam Neeson now.
Right. She's in the movie Naked Gun without makeup.
Yeah.
She
looks like somebody's grandmother now. She's old enough to be a grandma. Obviously, she's got to be in her 50s or even 60s, and this happens. But she looks just like a Susie Homemaker from the 1950s with this little fucking old lady hairstyle and stuff. You would never look at her today and say, "Well, that was the smoking hot fox from Tool Time and the blowing Tommy Lee on fucking tape." Yeah, let's see if we can get a picture to share with the audience of Pamela Anderson now.
Especially people on the radio. People on the radio want to get you this picture of Pamela Anderson for you to look at.
Yeah,
and if you look while you're looking at that, see if you can find the shooter in Montana. He's still loose.
Who?
The shooter in Montana, the one who shot the people up in the bar. He's still.
Oh, he's still on the loose.
As of 20 minutes ago, according to this.
How the fuck is he? How's that? How is he doing that?
And as of an hour ago, they're still looking for him.
But how? How is he? How is he? I mean, I don't know. How do you fucking hide? I don't know how you do it. I just don't know.
Well, you don't use your phone, I guess.
Yeah.
And with a name like Michael Brown, you could. I mean, what a common name. You can hide anyone with the name Michael Brown.
He's. If I have this straight, he is a trans illegal immigrant. Right, brown guy,
Muslim.
Yeah.
Are you trying to check all the? Are you trying to check all the boxes of undesirables?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how he fits in there to the narrative to make him the kind of criminal. Yeah, this picture here. This is Pamela Anderson. Now look at this. Does this look like you could go to a house and get cookies? Right? She's baking cookies over here. This one.
Yeah.
I mean, you would never.
Now, I did not know that was Pamela Anderson in The Naked Gun. My wife told me.
Naked Gun?
Yeah, the remake of The Naked Gun with Neil Neeson.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know that. Why would they remake? It's like remaking.
Well, it's not necessarily a remake as much as it is like they did three Naked Gun movies. This would be the fourth one, and it's not a remake. It's more like a continuation.
It's a sequel.
Yeah, more like a sequel. But they're not. But it's not Frank Drebin. It's Frank Drebin's son.
Yeah.
And these are like the children of the original characters, kind of grown up. The problem is Liam Neeson is probably older than Leslie Nielsen was when he made it, and he's supposed to be Leslie Nielsen's son.
But that was how long ago is that movie now? It's probably the 80s, right? Or am I wrong?
Naked Gun. I'm thinking. Let's see, Naked Gun.
Probably.
Naked Gun, original Naked Gun. Because I
Yeah,
don't.
it had to be the 80s because OJ in the early 90s was already
Right.
Yeah.
original Naked Gun. Let me see here. 1988.
88, yeah. So yeah, it's almost 40 years ago. So I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah, but Leslie Nielsen. But that was what I was going to ask you. Like, there's no way Liam Nielsen can have the comedic. Liam Neeson. Sorry.
Liam Neeson is funny.
But the comedic chops of Leslie Nielsen, because Leslie was fucking hysterical.
No, I don't think he's Leslie Nielsen funny, but he is good. Especially, I think with it's like a curve because most people know him from like Taken and stuff like that. And most people don't realize that he's actually a very funny person.
Wow.
So if you compare him to Taken, it's like hilarious. If you compare him to Leslie Nielsen, it's okay.
There's a guy on Twitter. He calls himself Liam Neeson, like Nissan.
Right.
And the MAGA people are always calling, "You're a washed-up actor. Who cares what you have to say?" And it's like they never get clued into the fact that it's not Liam Neeson. It's not the actor. It's a guy, Liam Neeson, like Toyota, Datsun, whatever. Nissan
RAV4. RAV4.
Let's hear news. I want to hear news.
Well, it's like the same people that still haven't gotten caught on to the truth behind the Reverend, you know?
Wow. With that, I want to hear some Alan Edwards tell me fake news. What's in the fake news today? Oh, that's nice. That was good.
Guilty incident occurred at a hotel in Ocean City, Maryland due to a carbon monoxide leak. 17 people were treated with 4 hospitalized for elevated carbon monoxide levels in their blood.
The Ocean City Fire Department responded to the Ashore Resort and Beach Club around 11 a.m. Friday. Emergency crews shut off the gas supply to the building to prevent further exposure. No fatalities were reported from...
Let's be clear here. They're saying Friday. It's Tuesday. And they're acting like this is news. This is 5-day-old.
The weirdest thing is when he said, I'm thinking, I swear this happened 10 years ago too.
Reported from the incident. Lawrence Keller reporting.
Israeli families are demanding action following the...
no, you're not starting from the top. Fuck you. All right. I thought it would just pick up right where it was. It wouldn't do that. But yeah, come on, 5 days. You can't call that news from 5 days ago. I'm sorry.
Well, it's new to somebody.
Yeah.
They should call it. They should call it the new to somebody news.
Yeah. Or Laughing used to have news from the present and the future. We should do a past.
Well, in that case, most news is from the past. Otherwise, it wouldn't be news. Then it becomes predictions.
Yeah. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! God chose Donald Trump to lead America, and he thinks faith grew after the assassination attempt. There was no assassination attempt. God chose Donald Trump to lead America. So then didn't God choose Barack
So God hates America. That's what they're saying. God hates America.
Or didn't God choose Obama at one point then? This is the problem, man. Get over it. I think the world would be a much better place if the Democrats could just kind of come out at one and say, we're really sorry about the black president. We promise we'll never elect another one again. Can we just go back to can we just forget? We're sorry. No more black guys. I promise. No, that won't.
No.
I think this is the.
Because at some point,
the root of MAGA is they just still have not gotten over the black president thing. They're still butthurt that they, especially one with a name that sounds like it could be Obama.
Well, especially since he didn't fuck things up. That's what the real problem is. It's not that they had a black president. Is that we didn't have the nigger president who sat on his ass and didn't do anything. They didn't have the disappointing black president, so we'd never have another black president. That's what the problem is. It's not that he was black. It's that he didn't live up to low standard of what a black person should do in office.
There are two people that come to mind when you talk when I'm talking those terms, and they in my mind in reference to 1970s television, and I can't remember their characters' names, but there was the Pimp and Beretta. Remember the Pimp and Beretta?
Huggy Bear.
Was that Huggy Bear? Because there was another
one.
No,
Huggy Bear.
Starsky and Hutch, right? Starsky and Hutch and Beretta both had these black pimp guys, and that's what I'm thinking. If you're talking about the first black president, should have been that guy. What was the other guy though? There was Huggy Bear and.
I'm trying to find out right now. The Pimp on Beretta.
But yeah, that's what we should have. You know what? Maybe I don't know if that would make things better or worse. But I honestly feel like this is the root of why MAGA won't let go of this.
Rooster.
Who?
His name was Rooster. He was played by Michael D. Roberts.
Yeah, the Rooster. That's right. And he was kind of typical pimp, where you can't tell if he's being femmy on purpose, like a little limp-wristed on purpose as part of the ruse to be on the street selling your babe, your horse, or if he really was like a little limp-wristed.
Did you ever see the movie I'm Going to Get You, Sucker?
Yeah.
Remember, the guy was in jail. He went in jail, let's say in the 60s, and he comes out like 10 years later and has no idea what the fashions are. He buys new clothes, and he's just like a pimp, got goldfish in his shoes.
I'm going to get you, sucker, with an A, right? Sucker.
Yeah. And he's walking down the street, and he can't figure out people.
Charlemagne the Tha God.
Yeah.
Sat down with Lara Trump the other day, and I guess he was bashing Democrats as much as Republicans, but he's an anti.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, so that's fine. But he can be. But he was talking about Trump, and then Trump came out and said, "How dare this guy call himself the God? What can you imagine if I did that?" Yeah, I can imagine you've done that. I think he has done that. But you know what? Not people aren't outraged enough by that stuff. So you know what? I feel bad for Charlemagne the God. I mean, who's this guy, and how did he get to be the God? He seems a little feminine too.
The sheer fact that he came up with it, I didn't know who he was. And the first time I heard this name, I think it was a rapper, and that name, I was like, fuck him. I said, I'm not, and so I never listened to it simply because of the name. It's like, how dare you?
He's a host of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, he is now. Yeah.
I think of the Breakfast Club as something completely different.
I thought of the Breakfast Club as
kids
that
in
movie,
detention, right? Yeah. Emilio Estevez, Molly Ringwald,
Elizabeth Shue.
Oh yeah, Alexina. I forgot she was in that. I don't know. So I don't know. I haven't seen any of the Breakfast Club. I guess I should check out 30 seconds of that, right? Just to see what
watched. Like occasionally, I watch a segment, like during elections, like if like when I think Biden was on there. I think Kamala Harris was on there. Maybe Bernie Sanders. So I'll check it out once in a while, but not that often, because it seems to me like he gratuitously bashes both sides. Not even like he actually feels like that. That it's like it's gratuitous.
Yeah.
It's like paying for sex and you can't kiss on the mouth.
I'm learning something here.
Yes.
Brett Meiselas of the Midas Touch Network. He said, I want to remind you that one of the first things that the Democrats tried to do back in 2021 after Biden took office was they tried to pass the Freedom to Vote Act that banned partisan gerrymandering. It also required voter ID, something the Republicans like to say Democrats are totally against. Guess what? Not a single Republican voted for the Freedom to Vote Act. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Banning partisan gerrymandering. How do you, because they don't call it partisan gerrymandering; they just call it redistricting, right? They don't.
Yeah, but we know what it is because they redistrict and they single out groups of people.
Right, but you have to be able to, and when you ban something, they can just, well, we're not gerrymandering, we're not part. This isn't part of it. This is just redistricting, and then it's incumbent on the people who want to try to stop it to prove that it's partisan gerrymandering.
Well, that's
right?
the problem that the Supreme Court keeps saying they have, but it's not because when it's gone to court, they show evidence. The patterns and why things, how they're singling out groups. And so that's why the Republicans have had to come up with new ways of doing it so that they're doing the same thing. It's just, it doesn't look like they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like stabbing. It's like, it's illegal to stab people in the back, but we want to stab people in the back. So how we keep stabbing people in the back? We have to find a way to stab people in the back, and it doesn't look like we're stabbing in the back.
Stab me in the front.
Right, so they can say, no, we went to stab them in the front, but they turned around. So they just got it in the back. We were stabbing them in the front. They just got it in the back. And then the court goes, well, I see your point.
I appreciate the effort to stab me in the front.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to be able to vote. Am I going to be able to vote? Do I have to go to the motor vehicle and get a new kind of special ID with this voter ID thing? Am I going to be able to vote in November? And then this November means nothing, by the way. Next November, midterms, might mean something. Maybe.
Well, this November, like I said, this November still counts. It looks like there is. It's like we used to say on Politipod. There is an election every week. Every Tuesday, there's an election somewhere in this country. We just don't cover them. It's only important.
School boards and dog catchers don't really concern me.
But it makes a difference. It really does make a difference. Even things that those, because you think about it. Somebody wants to run they want to be a senator. They don't want their first election, they're not running for senator. Let's say they run for dog catcher, or they run, so they get used to the idea of campaigning and stuff like that. If they lose their first election and they learn a lesson from it, they come out a better candidate. If they win their first election, but let's say they bought it or they cheated, then they've learned how to buy and cheat and stuff like that. It makes a difference. In the long run, people have to, in some regards, we have to think like the Chinese. We have to think like 3, 4, 5 generations down the road. Americans don't think like that. We think like 2 or 3 seconds, maybe.
What you say, I guess what you're saying is a fair point. I'm going to say, I guess what you're saying is a fair point. But the world is changing. It's to the point where a lot of people who are running for Congress never ran for anything before. We're seeing a lot of that. And we actually have a president now who the first political office he ever ran for was president of the United States.
Right, and he cheated, and they helped him cheat, and he learned and the lesson he learned from that is it's good to cheat. I can do it even better.
The school board or the dog catcher is the point I'm making.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's again, that's not. It's still, what I'm saying is it still matters because of that. We want people. We don't want the Donald Trumps whose first election they can buy and cheat and steal. We want people who come up who learn good politicking, learn how to do a job, learn how to govern, or that kind of thing. We don't want people who start off with billions of dollars and say, "I ran a business to the ground. I can run the country into the ground." That's what we don't want. But that's what we're getting because we're not doing like the Yankee. We don't have a farm team. We don't have a farm team to bring them up the right way.
But now let me say this, and I guess should look this up and find out who's running that I can vote for this November. I mean, there might be like an assemblyman. I mean, my vote this November doesn't affect anybody beyond me. These people are like Sarah Anker, who's been my local assemblyman person here, woman, for 20 years. She hasn't left that or gone up the interchange. She's happy with that assembly.
Yeah.
So my vote for or against her is not really going to affect anybody but my own little community.
But what if everybody in your neighborhood felt that way? And then only 2 people voted. And those 2 people who voted for someone else really shitty. See,
well, maybe
it was like David Byrne did this thing at one of his concerts. And like in the beginning of one of his concerts, let's say there's 4,000 people at the concert. And he'll go, because there's 4,000 people in the concert. And he goes, the last election, only 30% of the people voted. I'm just making these numbers up just for the sake of illustration. He goes, so I want this section over here to stand up. And they stand up. He goes, and he says to everybody, these people over here have made the decisions for all of you, for the rest of you in here, because they voted. You did not. They are making decisions for you.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. But again, the people in like Kansas City, Missouri, don't give a fuck about who I'm voting for assemblyman, and it will never make a difference to them because our assemblyman is not, at least in the history of what I know about this place, they've never gone beyond assemblyman. It's not like they're even voting for state assembly or anything after that, or
But what if that's not their goal? Like, for example, Clyburn in South Carolina. I think he's been a congressman. I think he was the first black congressman after Reconstruction. I think he's been a congressman for so long. But when it came to South Carolina, when it came to the primaries, he'd been around for so long. He says, matter of fact, it wasn't even him. His wife says, you should support Biden. And then he goes, I will support Biden. And he put his clout, because he'd been around for so long, his clout behind Biden, and Biden took South Carolina and he became the president. And that's because the say-so of one congressman who'd been around for so long that he had a lot of influence and a lot of pull. And people believed in him because he'd been around for so long and was so beloved.
Wow.
So it can make a difference. People just don't know when these things are going to make a difference. I'm under the assumption that we should assume that everything can make a difference and we should pay attention to everything. Even if we can't.
I don't even know. I should look it up right now. Who's on the ballot in Shoreham, New York in this November? I mean, there's probably some county executives and stuff like that on there. Probably.
Well, I don't know who's going to be on my ballot yet. I honestly, I don't, I don't start paying attention to as far as people who are eligible to vote, maybe 6 months before, 6 or 7 weeks before. In this case, like November, because I'm an independent, I don't have any say in like who's the Democratic person or whatever. And once I start getting flyers and stuff in the mail, then I'll start doing the research. And I go, okay, I'll send some money to this way or that way or something like that.
It doesn't even, like, if I look for what the ballot is going to look like here, all they tell me is how to vote. How to vote in the 2025. There are 3 ways to vote in Suffolk County. Voters can cast a ballot in this year's election. By mail, I thought we were ending vote by mail. I thought that was part of Trump's agenda. No?
Trump would like to end vote by mail, even though he votes by mail. What it is, he wants to vote. He wants to end vote by mail in places where it's democratically controlled. He doesn't want to end it where it's Republican controlled.
I want to see the ballot. No, but there's no. I could special election, primary election, general election. But where is the fucking ballot? How do we? The primary's got to be all done by now, right? For whatever accessible ballot.
Sunshine, I kind of see what you do. I don't. When you say I don't see what you're doing, like you wrote, it's Nagic. I don't know what Nagic is. I thought maybe you meant tragic because the comment before that was he shot his wife.
No, this fucking ballot thing is empty. The New York State Board of when I click on ballot, all it tells you is the rules of. Yeah. See, that's a problem.
Did you type in ballot or ballet? No, I'm just teasing.
Ballet. Absentee application form.
It's like fill the knot.
I'm still getting campaign finance stuff from when I ran for, and I'm just, I didn't fucking raise a dime. Leave me alone. I didn't raise a dime. I didn't spend a dime. But they're still asking me early ballot application form, voter registration form. No, there's no ballot. You would think there would be a ballot online. I mean, we're not that far out, right?
Well,
candidates list, right? Info candidates list. Special. No, this is just a special election. Southampton Council. Who the fuck cares? See, you care about Southampton.
No, I don't, but I shouldn't.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, but basically, I don't. In this election, for most people,
right?
So you're gonna go there and you're gonna say, I don't recognize any of these fucking names. So all the people will end up doing is voting by party. Like,
right.
Oh, okay, I like Democrats, I like Republicans, whatever.
And that's a travesty. That's a travesty. People shouldn't vote by party. They should.
Well, how do you even like all these candidates? How do you really get to know what they really stand for if the ballot's not even out yet?
I think the best way to get to know them is if they came on Coffee with the Dog and had us interview them.
Yeah, I should get Nick Leota on here. He busts my balls. He's a congressman in my district. He took Lee Zeldin's chair. He's a Republican, and he knows that I fucking curse him out all the time for just being a rubber stamp to Trump. He tries to say, I'm a Republican, but I'm not partisan. Yeah, yes, you are.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Of course you are.
If you're not partisan, drop the label.
Right. But like somebody running for whatever it is, local treasurer for a town, like Suffolk County treasurer. Nobody could. They don't have a platform big enough to talk about what they're really going to do. Like you're going to count money. That's what you're going to do. I mean, what are your principles and what are your core values? Oh, I'm a Democrat. Oh, what is that?
I hate the one that says I have family values. Like, okay, like what?
Are you a Trumper or not? I think that's where we're at in America. Are you a Trumper or not? That's all we want. That's all I fucking care about. Are you? Somebody, what'd they say? Oh, they were saying that they didn't believe that any of these celebrities got Lyme disease, and she was wearing a MAGA hat. And I said, that red hat you're wearing is making you dumber. If dumb, maybe dumber, depending on where you started out. And what happened to Mike Schiavola? What happened? I gave him get off my show, you goddamn cocksucker type of. He was in the chat room on November 6th or the day after Election Day. And I was saying how I'm cutting all the Trumpers out of my life. And his last comment on the show was, whoa, take a breath. Slow down there, Matt. And then I said something like, you know what? I'm glad you got ass raped in fucking prison. You're a fucking dick. Something like that. Words to that effect. And then we haven't heard from him ever again. So that's what happened to Mike Schiavola. He was never in prison, by the way. But I do think
it's funny that you make sure that we know that he's never been in prison, not that he's never been ass raped.
Well, I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one because he's married to Anthony Massandrea's sister, and Anthony Massandrea was the kind of guy who would want to ass rape anybody just for fun. I'm not saying he was gay. It
was a power thing, not a sexual thing.
It was a power thing. It wasn't a sexual thing. It was about, he's one of these guys. He was lifting heavy weights in elementary school, this guy. I mean, he would pose on his front lawn. Gooseneck. Like, come on, dude. Fucking pose, doing the Mr. Universe thing on his front lawn, all oiled up. Yeah. And he was.
And that was in kindergarten. No.
Yeah, like third grade or something. Like seriously, this is like whatever. Where the fuck was that mindset? But he Mike's brother-in-law, and he was the kind of guy I know he expressed ass raping tendencies, like it was like a normal thing. So So that's what happened to Mike Chabot. I guess you weren't here that day. It was the day after Election Day. A lot of people.
Well,
I was in a very.
I would have been here, and I probably was here.
Oh, you were here. I was talking to Ian, who said whatever happened to Mike.
Because
Whatever happened to Mike Chabot. That's what happened to Mike Chabot.
Because I seem to think Ron and I felt like well, I'm not going to speak for Ron, but I was stunned.
Yeah. I was totally stunned. Like, I was completely expecting Harris to win that election. And then early on in the evening, we were on the night before, and we were covering it. And I guess this was Steven's idea that we should be on live. You were tired because you were not used to doing it, and didn't like watching the live results anyway. And the more I started watching it, the more nervous I was getting. And I kept saying to Ron, "Are you sure about this?" "Oh yeah, she." And by like 1 o'clock in the morning, I was like, "Fuck! I hate everybody who fucking backs Trump. How could we fucking fall for this nonsense?"
What I don't understand now, because I don't know what the latest is. There were 3 districts in Pennsylvania where they say Harris literally got 0 votes,
right?
And apparently that's in court. But I haven't heard anything else about it.
Right. They don't give you any updates on it. In a blue district where Congress people got like blue, so people who voted blue down the line voted 0 votes for Harris. That none of that makes fucking sense at all.
Yeah,
that's in the courts. And I really did you watch the Colbert thing with Harris?
Yeah, he didn't ask her about it.
Right. That I'm really disappointed. He didn't even say. There are a lot of people out there who feel like there was some.
The only thing I can figure is that she said, "I don't want to talk about it."
That could be, but why?
You know,
why don't you want to fucking talk about it? We deserve. Those of us who backed her deserve to hear her at least comment on it, don't we?
This is back when Kerry ran for president. He had this war chest to fight for challenges, because he was expecting Bush to do a bunch of dirty shit, and he had this huge war chest, which I donated money to,
right,
so that he could fight legal challenges, and he didn't use that fucking money. And I was so pissed. I was like, what the fuck is the war chest for if you're not going to go to war with the chest?
Yeah.
I don't. And same with Harris. Harris said, we have, we're prepared for these court challenges, blah, blah, blah. No. You can. What's the good of being prepared for a court challenge if you don't go to court to challenge?
Right.
That would be like me saying, I'm an expert marksman. I sold all my rifles. So what's the point of being an expert marksman if I sold all my rifles?
Just to say you were. Yeah. But we don't. And how do we even follow up? How do we get the fucking information? Somebody's got this information, right? How do we even?
Follow and that's just it. I have no fucking idea. Because if it's in court, that means there's like,
Ben Marsalis.
If it's civil, if it's a civil case, which is what it sounds like,
it is.
Then maybe we won't hear about it until there's a resolution. It's not criminal.
Well, we need one of these fucking Legal Eagle podcast sphere guys. Ben Marsalis, Adam Mockler, Luke Beasley, some of them, whatever, Brian Taylor Cohen. One of these guys needs to follow up on this and get us the information. Kyle Kulinski, get on it, man.
Somebody with clout and insider information, because I would love to know, but I don't have any insider information. I don't have any friends in Pennsylvania that would help me.
Let's say the Democrats win that case. What then? I mean, that's one district.
Well, here's the, and I don't know what the legal, if they win a civil case, which is just a preponderance of evidence, it's not like a unanimous decision. That may be enough to start a criminal proceedings. Now, I don't know against who. I mean, let's say they find out in the process that some people tampered with the machines. I mean, they actually find out not just that they were tampered with, but they found out who tampered with them. And then they start trading up the line, and eventually they get to somewhat. I mean, maybe there's some criminal things involved, but they'd have to they have to have the evidence, which may come out in the civil findings. It's kind of like Trump was found liable for sexual assault, but it happened outside of the statute of limitations. Right. So he was never couldn't be criminally charged, but he was civilly charged. I don't know.
I have a problem with rape having a statute of limitations. It should.
I agree.
I mean, let's say you were an altar boy and you repressed all this stuff and somehow got through with life. If you're 40, 50 years old and you want to be able to sue the church, you should be allowed to if you can prove your case. Or even if you can't, you should be able to have the court, your day in court, and be given the opportunity to prove your case or not. There should not be a statute. And if the guy's guilty, he should go to jail for that. I don't care if he raped somebody 50 years ago, 100 years ago. Rape is rape. Again, I come back to the idea that I think in a lot of ways rape is worse than murder. I'd rather be murdered than rape. And my hemorrhoids will definitely back me up on this.
They'll say, well, okay, Matt, we're going to murder you, but first rape.
All right. Look, we reached the end of the program already. You know what? I don't think there's been anything on Govs all week after us, or for a while now. I think since they had that little incident that they had, which we can't talk about.
We don't talk about the incident.
We don't talk about the incident. We just call it the incident.
Yeah, we just call it the incident. The incident of 2025. That's it. Yeah. The incident of August 2025.
Yeah.
Or July 2025.
What do you think the incident was? I think I know. I don't really think.
I think there was a civil suit brought against Tony because he appeared in those underwear and a nut popped out.
Because they are still having shows at night, so people are allowed back in the building. Right. Why aren't the podcasters allowed back in the building?
I don't know the answer to that.
I don't either. And none of these guys can figure out how to do it from home. I know Tony could probably do it from home. Tony, if you're listening, what do I do?
Maybe because are they still having shows, like comedy shows there? Because I said maybe they're like in the process of redoing something, like refurbishing in that room.
They've been open for shows all week long, at least to my
the big room, but not the giggle room. I'm just thinking it's like maybe they're working on part of it and construction. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know about anything?
What do you know? What don't you know? Where were you on the night of I don't know?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
I know that I'm working on another show, but I haven't. It's not anywhere near ready, so I haven't started looking at venues yet.
Hopefully, Andy Andrus will get back to me today, and we'll get him on the program. I know he's doing some stuff out in San Francisco. Doug Stanhope, and Andy Letterman, and Andrus. Maybe we'll get him on the show. Maybe he's mad at me not answering. I'd be weird. Andy doesn't get mad like that. It's not like never mind. I'm not going to say that. Anyway, so we don't know if we'll have a guest tomorrow, but as of this point, we don't have a guest tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, GD is going to leave me alone with this Sullivan Hicks guy, and I'm going to have to.
I will see if. Oh, I have tomorrow night is trivia night. Otherwise, I'd be there. I was about to offer to be there, but it's trivia night. Huh?
Oh, trivia night?
Yeah, trivia. It's a trivia night.
How long before you actually start selling your mouth out for fucking glory hole work after trivia night? I mean, come on. Can we see the jar that she has your balls in? Is that handy? I mean, come on. What happened to you? I remember you used to be a man. You could be a man. Oh, you don't know that reference, and you actually watched the movie. You could be a man. Oh, see.
Yeah, I remember that scene. I remember that.
All right. Who was that guy? Who was he playing? Who's the real life Johnny Fontaine?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna just say Tony Bennett, but the fuck if I know. Not Tony Bennett. Wait a minute. I do have
You're close. Come on. Tony Bennett, back up just a little bit. Back up.
Anthony Newley. No.
You went too far. You ended up on a Broadway stage. You shouldn't have gone that far.
Well, I don't think it's Frank Sinatra.
Yes, it is.
I don't think so, because Frank Sinatra. Well, I guess it could, because he did. That guy did try to become an actor, And Frank Sinatra did.
Yeah, that thing was about Frank Sinatra could not get into the movie From Here to Eternity that would make him a big star and got him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. They are saying that the way he got that role was through Carlo Gambino kind of forcing the issue there. So
yeah. I didn't think of Frank Sinatra because I thought it was too on point. It seemed, and also, and that guy didn't seem to be that great of a. Well, I don't think Frank Sinatra was that great of a singer either, to be honest. I think he was good for what he did. Like I thought he was talented. I mean, he could hit notes and nail shit. His syncopation, but I don't know.
Articulation,
Yeah.
I would love to talk to Nancy. I mean, I've talked to Nancy online and text for. I'd love to have a conversation about Frank's training as a singer. And I know he he definitely had bel canto training. His articulation was second to none. But he's a very schooled musician. Like he could hear modulations and stuff. And
that I really appreciate. But I would never have gone like ape shit over him like people did.
Yeah.
I just don't see that.
I feel that, but now I like his music more now than I ever did as a young person. But that's probably just because I'm a fucking old geezer. But he would if you brought up to him that he was Johnny Fontaine, he would have you whacked.
What's the matter for you?
Right. There is a congressional hearing because he was pitching for somebody in Vegas for a casino thing, and he was brought in front of Congress, and they brought up his alleged mafia, and he was acting like, "How dare you insinuate that I was part of organized crime? I'll have you fucking killed for that, you motherfucker." He didn't say that, but it definitely felt like it was this close away from like losing his. He was really fucking livid about it and didn't like any of that. Now, Carson,
what didn't one of his kids get kidnapped? Was that Frank Sinatra Jr. that got kidnapped?
Yeah. Carson and Don Rickles used to fucking jab at him about the mob ties all the time.
Yeah,
he would go along with those jokes. But I think if anybody said it halfway serious, he would get really, really demonstrably angry at it. And so
But I also think the way Don Rickles did stuff, I think if you ever actually got offended by it, that would tell more about you than Don Rickles. It's like, why are you so offended by it? It's just a joke. Everybody else is laughing at the jokes about themselves. You can't take a joke about yourself.
The classic Rickles story about Frank Sinatra. Rickles is on a date in a restaurant, and he sees Frank Sinatra walk in, and he walks over to Frank and says, "I'm on this date. I want to really impress this girl. If you could just come over and say hello." And so Sinatra waits a while, and he goes over and says, "Hey, Don, how are you?" And Rickles says, "Frank, I'm trying to eat over here. Come on, have a little manners." What? Yeah. Good stuff. Anyway, we've reached the end of another boring and useless program. And we appreciate you being here. Be here tomorrow for more of the same. I'm going to try my best to get us a guest for tomorrow.
I sent out emails. I sent out texts to people who said they wanted to be on the show as a reminder to them that they said they wanted to be on the show. We have availabilities. And
I have a guy right now asking me, his thing is, he wants to be on the program. He didn't say a date, but I'll ask him. I don't know how exciting people will be for this topic. Making using plants to make cities in urban areas healthier. Like a garden in the city. Okay, that's an hour.
Maybe he's talking about pot plants.
Oh, in New York City, I don't think you have to worry about that. You can't walk down the street without. If you want to get high and don't have any money, just get somebody to take you to New York City, and you can just walk around the city and get stoned as bejesus, just by the air in the city. I mean, since it's legal in New York City, I'm surprised people haven't really just put a net a dome of silence or a cone of silence over New York City to catch the secondary buzz that we could get off New York City, because we could get the entire country high off of that.
DC was like that when DC first became legal. I smelled so much weed that I was like, okay, that's enough. I can't take any more.
Yeah. All right. Don't forget to. Well, you can forget to turn on your radio. All right.
listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now.